What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 86 of the Tasty Cast, our weekly podcast where we talk about things, react to things, do a bunch of random shit. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
I'm Chris.
And I'm yelling. Louder than normal. Quick reminder to play Steep and Portal Knights, both offer for free on PlayStation Plus. Make sure to download those, play those, come back at the end of the month for Plus Club. We will talk about our opinions of those games. Let us know your opinions of those games. Tell us all about your fucking adventures going down, all that. Pristine, fresh powder. And replaying Portal Knights again. And game of the month randomly picked is Stardew Valley. If you like farming and farming with friends and marrying people at the supermarket, right?
Sure.
Right? Play it, and we will talk about that at the end of the month for game of the month. And we have a Discord. I almost said an iTunes. Link down below. It'd be great to own iTunes, even though their stock's going down right now. Link down below. Talk to us anytime, all the time. And we are on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms. If you'd prefer to listen to us, we're averaging about 16 listeners an episode, which is very cool, considering I just upload it and just walk away. So people are out there listening to us, so that's cool. But if you want to listen to that, check that out. And links down below. And if you're listening to us and you want to check us out on YouTube, check us out at YouTube at Tasty Loot Gaming. And yeah, we film every single episode. Yeah, so this is the first Taste Cast. Did I miss something?
No.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What's that?
On the same reason he's laughing, you're kind of just like,
First month of 2019.
Yep.
We got to talk about releases. We are also going to do our preview of 2019, talk about all the releases of this year. But before that, we have to jump into what we've been playing. So let's start with Chris.
I have been playing nothing but Final Fantasy 14 lately.
That's easy.
I finally caught up in the story, so I'm all up to date now. Woo.
The whole
Now
story?
Yeah, the whole
Damn,
story.
son.
I think I was in 4.0, and now I'm all the way up to, what is it, 4.3 now or something like
4.4, because 4.5 comes out,
that?
well, that's a day or two after this airs, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm all caught up. That took about a week, really, of hardcore, straight up nothing but storyline stuff for me to catch up on.
Damn.
But, you know, I have a lot of free time, so it's like literally like from morning to night week of catching.
That's discouraging for people who don't have that free time.
Well, you shouldn't be playing it that way to begin with. He had plenty of time over the course of this game to be there. He just didn't. And then he was like, oh, I need to because that patch is coming out. So
Getting work done.
Getting it done, and then I loaded up just yesterday Final Fantasy 15 because I need to go through and beat that again. So,
you and Josh.
Nice. Well, I've been talking about it for like a week. It's like Final Fantasy 15. Anyone else play that shit? Yeah, back in 2017. Well, I just beat it. Let's talk about it. And then every time Chris is like, oh, I want to play this new game, I'm like, play the old games first. Don't do this to yourself. This is my
Why
curse.
we all did this.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Fucking, I keep dabbling a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, and then I went back to a game that's like almost 2 years old, and I fucking beat that finally. Might as well just knock those old ones out. I still got to I got to play Persona 5 further in now.
Yeah, I still gotta beat it. I've been saying that for like at least a year on this channel at this point.
Yeah. I'm just trying to help Chris out. Tough love. Don't fucking touch it. Play the old one. Plus, you got to beat 15 because it's really, really good.
that's all I've been playing.
Did you play it at all?
15?
Yeah.
I played about. I've got a total of 7 hours in the game now, so not a lot.
No. he
Did
hasn't played
you?
it.
Yeah. That's like me. Okay, so fucking. I was playing Kingdom Hearts the other day because I'm like, I got to beat these before the third one comes out. And I'm playing around. I'm running around the island at the beginning of the game. And there's this little cutscene when you go into this like cave area on the island, and there's this creepy dude who comes out, starts talking to you. It's about maybe 20 minutes into the game, maybe 15. And I was like, I've never seen this cutscene before. And Shoei's like looking, and I'm like, this is the first I've ever been in this game. And Shoei's just looking at it. He's like, so you've never played this? I was like, I guess. You know the problem is, every time I fucking play Kingdom Hearts, I've tried like 3 different times. I started playing it, and it's so archaic and old school the way it feels. It's such an old feeling game. And then I don't remember the game looking like this before, but now like all their faces are like this, and they have like this like 2D picture animated like blink, and they're all smiling constantly, and all their voices are like compressed so much that there's no atmosphere, and there's no sound effects outside their voices, so it sounds pretty much like me talking to this mic. So when they talk, they're like, "Hi, Kyrie," blah blah blah.
So you're talking about a PS2 game
And
that was an experiment.
And they're like, well, the experiment doesn't make a difference, but there's like, so yeah, I'd be playing the game back then like that, and then fucking you get to that part where that dickhead is trying to give that girl that pom pom for the fuck. He's like, he's like, if I win, I get to give her the fruit. And then Sora's just like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to have fun. And then fucking you go to race him, and the first thing he does is kicks a fucking board out. And then as soon as you drop, there's a fucking ramp, and it's a goddamn scale, or not scale, whatever the fuck those, or like a teeter-totter thing. Mm-hmm. And it just bends down. I'm trying to jump up the thing, and he's just casually walking to the goal. I'm like, this game's fucking horse shit. That like, he doesn't beat you because you fucking lack skill or that he's just really good. He's just constantly fucking you over. I was like, that's a fucking low blow. So anyway, playing it again, I was finally like, I gotta get past this. This guy's a dickhead. The game's just fucking giving you the middle finger and spit in your face. And like, I do all that, and then yeah, I got to that part, and that's the thing that just kept me from never playing it. I was like, this game, the way it plays is really basic. You know, this guy's being a dickhead to me. I'm out of here. But yeah, I'm pushing through a little bit. I got to the first Twilight Town thing.
Twilight Town?
I don't know what the fuck it's called. Chevy said it one time at work. Josh said something. He knew the name. Do you know?
Yeah, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Yeah.
It's Twilight Town or Traverse Town or something like that.
Yeah,
so
a very creepy place. It's very desolate. But yeah, should I just talk about what I've been playing since I just kind of did it?
You might as well.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I played Kingdom Hearts a little bit. Got the furthest I've ever been, which is about 30 minutes in. I'm very proud of myself. I'm like, I'm gonna beat this game. I looked it up. It's like 27 hours to beat the game. I was like, hey, that ain't that long. And now I'm about 22 hours into Dragon Quest 11. So, you know, all that time I could have been spending on Kingdom Hearts, I just played something I liked more. So yeah, been playing Dragon Quest 11. And I highly, highly, highly recommend this to everyone who likes JRPGs. If you got a past of playing JRPGs and a future of them, you plan on doing in the future, and you're playing them right now, play this fucking game. For me, it is the pinnacle of how to do a traditional JRPG in modern day. It's quality in every regard. It looks great. It's mocapped amazing. The story's interesting. The weakest part of the game is the story, but it's fine. The combat's fun. The characters are cool. The world is cool. The pacing is fucking masterful. I've never played a JRPG with pacing like this. I'm never bored. You just keep going forward, and there's always something going on. And there's always a new arc happening, and it's always just fun and charming. I mean, it's literally, it's hard for me to stop playing that fucking game. So definitely recommend that game. And I gotta give a shout out to Keith for just saying they liked the game, because that was enough. He didn't even recommend it. He's like, this game's fun. Why isn't anybody talking about it? And I was like, sold. I asked him, I was like, would you recommend it? And he didn't answer yet. And I went and looked on PSN for it, and it was on sale for like $30. I was like, all right, I just bought it.
Man,
so.
but if you had enough extra money, someone was like, I kind of like this rock, and you'd be like, I should get that rock.
If I like the person and I trust their opinion, yeah. If it was some asshole, like, it was a good rock, I'm like, that guy's dumb as shit. Let's move on with my life. But someone I like going, I really like this game. Why is no one talking about it? I'd be like, you know what? I'll talk about it with you. I'm gonna go buy it. So yeah, definitely not regretting that at all. I'm loving the game. I will absolutely be beating this game. Although I just read recently that like around level 40 is about the halfway mark of the game, and I'm like 28. So, and I've been playing for like 20 hours. So it's gonna be a little bit, but it's cool because so far I'm not bored. I'm really enjoying the game, and I don't want it to end. So, although there's like a real big lack of side quests. So it feels really traditional in that sense. Like all side quests just give you items, not really rewards of experience or you know, I almost said Gil because that's another game I've been playing. In fact, when they're like, oh, blah, 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 oh, this much gold. I'm like, gold? Gold. Shouldn't that be Gil? Yeah. So that game's awesome. Definitely recommend it to people. But if you are fucking balls deep in other JRPGs, beat those first because this is not a short one. Ni no Kuni you can beat pretty quickly. So if you're playing that, I'd say definitely finish that one out too. Final Fantasy 15 is actually not that long either. I beat it in 39 hours.
Not if you're just speed rushing through it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I didn't rush through it. I just didn't do every fucking side quest, but I was definitely creeping around.
Almost did.
Well, I'm doing it now. So yeah, Dragon Quest 11. My games I've been playing lately are weird ones for me. Kingdom Hearts, Dragon Quest 11, which I'm gonna say one more time. Go buy it. It's fucking awesome. It's on sale. It's dope. I would have paid $60 for this easily. I almost feel bad that I didn't. Then the other game I've played and been wanting to talk about a lot is Final Fantasy 15. I finally went back and I played that. I beat it. And I had a crazy adventure playing that game because I started playing it from my last save. I think I was on like chapter 2 or something, and which I started when the game came out, and then I started from there recently. And I'm playing it and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this is pretty fun. Like, I like the open world. I like all the cool stuff you can do. Everything they say, I was like, oh my god, this writing's fucking awful. In certain regards, when the story needed to progress, it was fine, but all the passive stuff they say, especially Prompto and Noctis at the Colosseum, it's like, oh god, when you win, they're like, hey, we're doing better, and he's like, better every day. And then you win again, they're like, oh, that was better, and he's like, better every day. And it's spelled ERRYDAY, better every day. And he just says it the same every single time. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, I promise I got good things to say about this game. The open world's fun. That's what kept me playing it. But the whole time I'm like, this isn't a Final Fantasy game. It's like J-pop band boys on a road trip in a field of things to kill. And Prompto really likes to talk about that. A lot of times he's like, hey, we're alive and they're all dead. And I'm like, Jesus. He talks about things dying a lot. It's weird. Even in the anime, he did it. He said something about fucking, they're all dead. Or we killed them. I'm like, you don't gotta say it that way. Anyway, but as you progress, the game starts almost getting to, and I'm not gonna spoil anything, gets almost to a more linear point. And at that point, the storytelling that you expect from a Final Fantasy really hits. And at that point, I was getting like more and more interested in the story of it. And by the time I ended up getting towards the end and beating it, I actually was kind of obsessed with the story. There's a lot of layers to it, a lot of stuff that luckily there's an anime and a movie that expand on the lore, which is something that at first I was like, that's such a gimmick. And then when I beat it, I'm like, I need more. I need more fucking info on this shit. So I watched the movie and I'm like, whoa. And then I watched the anime. I'm like, and Shelby's like, oh, it was okay. I'm like, that was awesome. Like it shows them like how they met and all that shit. And then fucking I'm playing like after the campaign, like just do a bunch of random stuff to clean stuff up. But then like I'm like looking up and reading fucking wikis on the lore and shit. Like I've been obsessing over Final Fantasy 15. It's such a flip because at first I was just like, this is fun, and now I'm just like, I want to know more about fucking Arden. I want to know more about fucking what happens at the end and all sorts of shit. So yeah, I'm definitely a fan of that game, which is so weird because the game is really fun to play. Dug that part, but then the story, honestly, I think is one of my favorite Final Fantasy stories. And that's saying something because there's obviously a lot of really good Final Fantasies. Also, some ones that are a
lot of Final Fantasies.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to miss. But the thing that's really cool about 15 is 15 was their attempt to fucking try and save the brand name of Final Fantasy to the public. Mm-hmm. And they had a really hard task because they weren't making anything good for a while. They had this whole Versus thing that didn't work out, and they had to scrap that but take things that they had worked on for so long and put into 15, which they're completely different games. You watch the old footage of the last one, only the visual style is the same. That's it. And then the long development of it, like this game should have been horrible, and in some places you can kind of see I ran into a lot of bugs. I'm not even gonna fucking sugarcoat that. I ran into a shitload of bugs.
It's funny because I don't remember running into bugs. So
yeah, well, I got videos of all my bugs.
I was there when you ran into a couple. I was like, what the fuck? I've never seen that.
Yeah, I had guys standing up in the vehicle while they're driving it, which was bizarre. I had fucking
Flying Behemoth.
Behemoth just like decided mid-fight to jump up onto the second invisible floor and walk around up there. He was trying to fight us. We're trying to fight him, but nobody was connecting. And then he decided, I'm going to come back down. We're going to fight down there again. I'm like, okay, thanks. So I hopped down, we beat him, whatever. So a lot of bugs, but I think that was the last game they made on that engine. It was the first time they'd really dove into like that kind of open world type game, which I do think they did a good job on. There's a lot of cool little things you can do all over the place. Like by the time I beat that game, I don't want to be done with it. It's really weird. Most games I play, I'm like, that was fun, and then I'm done with it. But even when I was waiting for Dragon Quest 11 to download, I was playing 15, and when it finished, and I was all excited to play it. I was like, I don't want to stop playing this though. So, so yeah, I really like it. I actually kind of want to do a review on it and talk more in depth on my opinions on the story and stuff like that. But it's a really, really good story that I really liked, and the gameplay is awesome. So if you can get past, if you're like me and you like JRPGs, but you're not like in love with all of them, just get past the beginning if you're looking for a deeper storyline, because it definitely gets really good. So with a great ending.
I'm gonna hop in there because I also played 15.
Sure.
But I didn't play the main game because I beat that earlier. But I bought the season pass and never played any of it. So I played and beat episode Gladiolus, and
Let's just call him Gladio.
yeah,
I don't like that name.
and it's a little over an hour long, so they're not very long.
Okay, I am
yeah, but it does show the journey of when he's departed from you in the game. So,
Oh, okay, that's cool.
and then I started
Yeah,
episode
because
Prompto.
there's so many things that game's just like, yeah, it's this way now. I'm like, why? They're like, I don't know. And then that stuff gets released. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of weak on their part in the beginning, but at least there is a reason that it happened, and not just like, yeah, cuz fuck it.
Yeah, you see what that was about. I'm trying to be vague because I know he's barely played the game
Well,
specifically.
and I want to play through that.
Well, I was saying I'm being vague about the event.
Oh,
in
in
the main
core game, yeah.
And then Prompto, I started, and that also takes place when he is not in the group.
Okay, that's
So,
interesting too.
yeah.
Cool.
And they play completely different from each other because they have different combat styles. So
I almost brought up something about Ignis, and I'm just gonna not. Although, spoiler alert, go watch the anime. Did you know that Prompto was a chonker?
did you know in the DLC you get to see him like that in 3D?
Oh God. Oh, I'm so
I was
excited.
like, well, it's definitely canon because it's in the game too. So
Yeah, that shit confused me in the anime.
he was a husky little kid.
I've seen that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, Husky's almost there. It's almost the right word. Rotund, I think, is a good one for it.
But
He's lean though, man. That guy's the fucking skinniest guy in the goddamn group, and he's like 4 feet tall. And like he was a
He's
big
swing.
boy. He went overboard. He's like, fuck this shit, and just got rid of it.
yeah. But that so far, I think, is going to be more interesting just because right off in the beginning, another character that is very important to the main story interacts with him as well. You should probably know who I'm talking about if you know what part of the game I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
My brain's going like a fucking 1,000 miles a minute, so I'm just like, I know what you're talking about.
And that's it. That's all I did in Final Fantasy 15. Oh, and another thing in episode Gladio, actually, there's a trial you can do in there as well. To this isn't a spoiler. It's literally just for fun, where you can have Gladio fight Core.
Okay.
He whooped my fucking ass.
What's with JRPGs in the name Core?
I don't know.
Because fucking French Fry
Says Core.
in Kuni 2 says Core, and then some dickhead in fucking Dragon Quest 11 called me Core. Spelled the exact same way.
I don't know.
That's not a coincidence. Those are all recent JRPGs, and they're all just saying Core for some reason. And I can't draw like a reference. I have no idea why that's like a common thing. Because not in Western games. I don't got people coming up to me going, "Hey, Core."
I don't know.
It's weird. Yeah, what else am I playing? I started up Portal Knights. I had a character already somehow, and I never owned it for PS4. His name was something Tingle. So it was definitely weird. And he had like cool like Bob Ross blonde hair and a wicked mustache, which I have a character just like that on my PC.
It was like Bobo.
Yeah.
Are they? And maybe your account's linked to
It's
PlayStation Network?
level 1 though. But there's some experience on him. I was like, I would have never fucking hopped in here, hit one thing, and left. But it was definitely a character I would have made.
Huh.
Yeah, it was really weird.
I don't know. That's unless you had a linked account or played it, but I would imagine you would remember playing it. So
Yeah, and I've played it plenty on PC, so it's just really weird. And like I said, I didn't own it before on PS4, so I don't get it. Maybe their servers are connected but not supposed to be, and it fucked up. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, I hopped in there and I was starting to do the tutorial, and I just kind of lacked the will to live. So aside from deciding to end it all, I just turned the game off and played something I enjoyed. Not to say there's anything bad about Pearl Knights, but we played it already, man. So I will muster up the strength to play it soon. I gotta hop back into Steep. Can't wait to do that. I want to do another highlights video. I've made 2 before. Made one from the beta way back in the Dark Ages, and then made another one when the game released. So I'm gonna try and make another one this month. So I will definitely be playing that. Other than that, I don't think I've been playing anything else. I hopped back into COD real quick to fucking do my dailies. That's not worth talking about. Although I did finish the season. I'm at 146 tiers, which is fucking stupid. I'm so burnt out on that game. I'm Prestige 6. So yeah,
safe to say you got your money's worth.
100%. Yeah, I've that's actually the reason I hopped back into JRPGs is because I was playing COD so much. I was like, if I devoted a fraction of this fucking time into a game with like a 20 to 40 hour storyline, I'd beat it. Like, what am I doing? So I finished out my my Prestige. Got to Prestige 6. I think I'm like level 20 in that Prestige now. Finished the tiers, unlocked the 2 guns, which are awesome. The SWAT is a dope fucking rifle. The Demon or Damon. In Final Fantasy 15, they're spelled the same way, and they say Demon in that. So I'm just going to call it Demon. SMG is also really dope. Huh?
Is it DAE?
Yeah.
It's Damon.
Yeah, but they don't call it that.
I learned that from choir class. It's Damon.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I've seen it in other things before, but in 15 they don't call it Damon, so I have to go by their verbiage. It's their world. But yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, COD. COD is fine. It's fine. I got burnt out, though, and I was like, I'm going to put this time into something else, and I beat 15, so I feel proud of myself. And yeah, JRPGs, it's all I've been doing for like 2 weeks. The whole fucking time. And at one point, I've talked about it before already, but I played Final Fantasy 14 and 15 at the same time, which was fucking ridiculous. I was sitting there with a hand on the mouse and a fucking hand on my controller, and I was just looking back and forth. And I was like, I need to not do this ever again because this is too satisfying. I'm accomplishing double the fucking accomplishments at a slow pace, but I'm still doing it.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been playing.
The only other thing I have to add, because besides 15, I've only been playing Final Fantasy 14, like completely religiously.
Yeah, you've been living in that.
Yeah, I haven't been on the last like couple days because I've been busy. I even told Chris because he was like, "I've been so lonely." I'm like, "I'm sorry, man. I had real life shit to do."
Damn, IRL baby, IRL.
Yeah. Things of note, I am pretty much done with the first Eureka Zone. Trying to find the time and will to finish the armor in there real quick before moving on to the second zone. And then leveling alts, doing a lot of the NPC dungeon runs and stuff. Me and Chris did some deep dungeon today to level, was it White Mage and Summoner you're playing, right? Mm-hmm. So I got my White Mage up to almost 56, and you hit 58 before we started recording.
Yep.
Sorry to talk for you. And
I'm Chris. I'm 58. Ha 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 ha.
It was funny because he's already up there in level, and he's like, maybe I'll try Summoner. I'm like, it's a super fun class to play. And then the first thing he does, he starts trying to ask me a question, and that game if I'm playing DPS, I can like talk to people while killing, but when I'm healing, I'm like, I can't talk to you right now.
I can typically tell what you're doing when I walk out in the living room and you're playing, because if I talk to you and you're just like, and you fucking yank your headset off, you're like, what? I'm like, okay. He's doing something he's got to concentrate on. Other times I come out, and you're like, look at this thing. And she's like some kind of fucking pet or something. Or you're like, check out the bar we got downstairs in the house.
Yeah.
He shows me down there. And
I'll say if I'm fighting, I'm paying attention
like,
to
you boozy
a bunch of
bitches.
shit.
Bought a whole house just to get tanked in the basement. The lawn looks nice. I need to buy my own fucking room. I want my own room, Mom.
You can. 200 grand.
Can I put up cool posters?
You can do whatever you want there.
Can I listen to music loud at like 3 in the morning,
I
jump on
think
my
so.
bed?
No one else can hear it.
Can I take booze from
What?
downstairs? I don't know.
Ain't no one else gonna hear it, so go right
Chris,
ahead.
Chris, I didn't hear what Chris said, but he looked very reassuring. So I was like, okay, I'm sure that's fine. He didn't look negative.
There's plenty of sake downstairs. Feel free.
I'm gonna take it upstairs and drink in my room.
It was a gigantic roast dodo, but it's gone.
Good. I don't like gigantic, gross dodos. There's one thing I don't like. It's that. So I'm glad it's gone. That's a very vague way to say you sold it to the fucking glue factory.
No, it was like a turkey, like a roast turkey.
Oh, you put it up for the holidays. You put it on the table.
Did you eat it?
You can.
You can, but I didn't.
Nice.
It's in storage.
Yeah, there's
Ew.
certain foods that you can put out as decorations, and you can come up and click on it and get a portion to take with you.
Gross.
Yeah, it's weird.
How long was it out for?
Days.
Probably covered in bacteria. That's a fucking food poisoning waiting to happen.
That whole time.
It must have been a hot plate or something. It's probably
Yeah.
dry as fuck though.
Ooh, yeah, it's like
I
jerky.
logged in every day to make sure. it
You
was
went in there with a fucking spray bottle.
Treat it like Free Willy. Just keep it moist on the back of the truck.
A little bit of salt water. Done.
I just let it go. At the end of the day, it jumped right over me into the bay.
That's when it went away. Yeah, that's where it gone. You're on that rock thing and just jumped over into the ocean.
What the fuck? Other than that, I've just been knocking out challenge log stuff. I'm just doing miscellaneous stuff until the patch comes out.
I'm so inspired to draw a picture now of Chris at the bay, like with the
roast
fucking
turkey.
roast turkey jumping over him, like the Free Willy fucking case. His character in Final Fantasy.
little spray bottle in his hand.
Yeah, spraying at it as it fucking jumps over.
What the fuck? That's it. That's all I've been playing.
Yeah. Anything else
No.
for anybody? So a
Piano?
lot of RPGs. Yeah, I've been dabbling with my synth because I still have to make a new intro for 2019, and I want to do it with actual like hands-on instruments and not just the DAW. So I'm looking into doing that. I already got a plan on what the visual's gonna look like, but I gotta make a fucking song, and I want to make fat beats, fat
To
sounds.
quote Japanese developers, please look forward to it.
Please look forward to it. Please clap. Yeah. Let us know in the comments. What have you been playing recently? Why are you playing the games? Are you enjoying them? Are you playing a game you're not enjoying?
Why?
I play games I don't enjoy sometimes just to see if I like them. And
We
then
have
I go,
obligations.
And then I go, Kingdom Hearts is really creepy. I need to come back and play this later when I'm less scared. It's a really creepy game. It's that like legit. I play horror games all the time, and I'm just like, that's fucking cheap. Oh, the sound's getting quieter. It's gonna do a jump scare, and then it goes bam. I'm like, fuck you. And I just keep playing or whatever. But I'm like, ooh, this looks really cool. And I really like the atmosphere. And then I play Kingdom Hearts. I'm like in my room alone at like 2 in the morning, and I got my lights out, and the music's just haunting, and everybody's got these blank stares. I'm like, hi, Kyrie. I'm like, ooh, this is like Children of the Corn, dog. This is fucking, there's something. That whole time, too, that blonde, or not blonde, that silver-haired kid, the dickhead, he's breaking boards and shit. There's a part where he's out in the middle of the storm, and there's some fucking, some little suction thing on him, sucking him in, and he's just staring at you like this. And for some reason, what's his name, Sora? He's fucking, like, running at the guy with his clown shoes. For some reason, giving a shit that this dickhead's getting sucked into a vortex. And the guy's just, like, staring at him with his blank fucking stare, and he's trying to grab him and shit and get sucked down in there. He wants it. Let him have it.
I really need you to just beat that one so you can play the other one.
I'm about to skip it. I'm about to just watch a YouTube video. I don't want to do this. I want to do it legit. I want to be like, I've beaten that fucking game. But I want to play the newer ones because I feel like I'll enjoy them more. That game, I almost feel like I fucking accidentally I'm too far in time now to appreciate it. I think I would have appreciated more back when it first came out. But even like the combat and the jumping and stuff just doesn't do it for me. And then I watched like 3 and I'm like, that looks dope. It's going to be modern. It's going to play better. Which is it's not their fault, obviously. That's a product of the time, and that game was fucking top tier when it came out. It looked great, but now I'm playing, I'm like, fuck, man. Plus, there's too much shit to get. It's scary. I'm like looking around, there's like doors that are locked that I know I'm gonna have to come back to later. There's boxes there to move, and there's shit that's hidden, there's chests everywhere. I like just want to skip it. I was like, I don't want this stuff. I just want to fucking experience the storyline.
So just play it. You don't need to do all the side shit.
I'm not even like a guy who likes to collect everything too, but like in that game, I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna miss out on some good shit.
Not really.
No.
Let us know in the comments what you've been playing. What do you think we should be playing? Have you played Kingdom Hearts? What'd you think of it? Do you love it? Tell me why I should love it and why I should keep going, or be like, yeah, dude, it is really scary. No one has that opinion except for me, so I don't expect to hear that. Let us know everything you're thinking about when it comes to what you've been playing, what we should be playing, what you're going to be playing in the future in the comments below. What we're going to talk about today, this is mostly just a full-on discussion episode. We're not going to be watching anything, but with every first Taste Cast every month, we go through that month's releases. So we are obviously in January, my birthday month. I'm getting old, baby. And yeah, we're going to go through this list, and we're going to talk about it.
And none of these are out yet.
And none of them are, yeah, they start at the 11th.
Giving people time to play their fucking Christmas games.
Yeah, maybe. Save up, kid. You got some games to buy. So yeah, I'm going to hop through this real fast because it's actually a pretty short list. Yeah, so on the 11th, we have Mario and Luigi, Bowser's Inside Story plus Bowser Jr.'s Journey.
Damn, that is a fucking mouthful.
It just rolls off the tongue. For the 3DS. So if you got that 3DS and you got a tongue that can speak sentences very easily, tell the person at Best Buy to go grab that for you. Also on January 11th, we got a Switch game, new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which I'm actually really stoked that because the Wii U was a failure, in my opinion, even though I liked the thing, and it got decently supported, but not as supported as it should have been. It's almost like they just gave up and like, okay, we got to make something else, which is pretty much what happened. I'm glad to see almost everything from the Wii U is moving its way over to the Switch. Normally I'm like, support your console, add that shit later, but they've been supporting this console, and they're kind of making amends for all the games that you might have missed on that Wii U because it wasn't supported well. So I actually kind of like that they're doing that. Plus, did you ever play that one? I think you did. Didn't me, you, and Josh play that with the cat suit and shit?
I think so.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Also, January 11th, Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition. Much easier game title to say. Coming out for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. So everything. If you're a Tales fan, that is coming out very soon. Oh yeah, this is a remake fucking month. January 15th, we got Onimusha Warlords coming out for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. Then we got Walking Dead, the final season, episode 3, which I'm very glad to see has a release date. January 15th for PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Switch. Yeek. Yeek.
I just looked up pictures of that game.
Yeek. A postmodern RPG. That's a weird title. Coming out January 18th for PS4, PC, and Switch. We'll come back to these in detail when we talk about what kind of game does it look like. It's a fucking postmodern RPG, so it rejects the past.
You know what? Visually, it looks like a oh god, what's that company? Oh, I'm drawing a huge blank now. You'll see.
Konami.
No.
You're a pachinko machine.
They make adventure games. It looks like, oh god, this is not going well for me. I can't think of their name.
Should have drank half a pot of coffee, dog, like me.
I had an energy drink. Apparently, it didn't do nothing for me.
Yeah, coffee's like a more pure, sharper fucking energy than energy drinks. Energy drinks make me feel nuts. Coffee, I'm like on my shit.
Where's the pictures?
I don't know, man. Fucking yuck. We'll let it load and do its thing. Okay, so also January 18th for PS4 and Xbox One, we got Ace Combat 7: Skies Unknown, a game I'm very fucking excited to play.
Spoiler alert.
So excited. Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, coming out for Switch January 18th. Very interesting to see another No More Heroes, or is that a remake? I'm not sure. Resident Evil 2 remake, which is like a full-on fucking remake. I know you guys know this. coming out January 25th for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Getting some love on PC. Tropico 6, which I always think Tropico 6 has been out, and they'll release 7. I'm like, hasn't 7 been out? And when we're at 20, I'm like, 20's been out, right? There's a lot of Tropicos.
Yeah.
Coming out January 25th, so if you're a Tropico fan, you can play that shit on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. I don't mean shit as in it's bad. I mean, like, it's a thing. I call things shit. And then Kingdom Hearts 3, the bane of my existence of this month. PS4, Xbox One, coming out January 29th. So yeah, those are the games coming out. I'm going to let you guys let me know what games are speaking to you while I hope Yeek shows me what it looks like.
Go ahead, Chris.
There's not a lot. I mean, like, Onimusha Warlords would be fun, but I've already played the original. So it'd just be kind of like a passion game that I would buy. But the only things that are really sticking out to me is, of course, Kingdom Hearts 3 and the Resident Evil 2 remake. Like, those are the only ones I'm really interested in.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with Chris on the. I think most people. Kingdom Hearts 3 is the big title of the month. Resident Evil 2, I know a lot of people are into as well. Not going to be on my radar, but I am looking forward to seeing how it looks. I've seen some on it, obviously, but it'll be nice to actually see it playing on a TV. I can't remember the list now. I'm going to need it.
Yeah.
I am curious to see if maybe Onimusha grabs at me this time, because it didn't when it first came out. And I am very excited that Walking Dead is not gone, and they're actually going to be able to send it off. So,
Over Chris into the ocean.
yeah, with a bottle of salt water.
Yeah, that's when he's riding Falcor. Never mind.
Never-ending story.
Yeah. Okay, Chris knew. I didn't even have to. That's stupid. I can just go, yeah, and he's like, hey, never-ending story. Nice reference.
That's it for me, though.
I am really excited because there is some games this month that I want to get, but nothing that I'm like going fucking insane about. So it's kind of relaxing and kind of maintain my JRPG fucking lust right now, because I'm just all I want to do is just fucking play the shit out of some long form games.
You're supposed to run in a field and grind out some EXP.
That's all I've been doing. In fucking Dragon Quest 11, I have grinded so much that when I go into new zones, the enemies just run from me, and I'm like, God damn it! So I have to chase after them. Yeah, so I'm glad to see Switch and 3DS are getting some love, but the ones that stick out to me, Onimusha, I'll be curious to see reviews on. I want to see how that goes. I'm glad to see that game is getting remixed, because if it does well enough, I swear all these games are coming out, because first off, it's easy money. There's established people who are going to buy it, but it also shows that there's interest in the game, and it'd be really cool to get any kind of samurai game, but
We're getting a bunch this year.
and that's fine. We can get more. But yeah, maybe it'd get some renewed interest into Onimusha and get some new games, which I think fans would be stoked for. And if I learned anything from God of War, I might be stoked for, because God of War is great, and it's from a series I didn't play that much or like that much.
I would die for a new gen Onimusha. Oh.
Yeah, it'd be dope. I'm sure they would do a lot of really cool shit with it. Repeating what Chevy said pretty much, I'm glad Walking Dead is still coming out. I need to catch up, and when I do, I will play this for sure. But by the time I get to it, I'm sure the season will be finished. So, and that's how I like to play it. I just looked at pictures of Yeek, and it's not for me. Ace Combat 7, I already said this. Very stoked. I love Ace Combat. I'm so glad we're getting an actual Ace Combat game and not like the Modern Warfare version of it, which was fine, but just wasn't right. So I'm going to be buying that first day. I can't wait to play it. But that's a game that I'm going to be able to dabble in and come back to it. It's not a game that I'm like, oh, fuck, I got to beat that before it gets spoiled for me. It's just going to be a really fun game to play. It's also going to have VR support, which is going to be sick. It's gonna be yuck. Postmodern RPG. No More Heroes. I don't got an affinity for, but I'm stoked to see. It's not dead. Resident Evil 2 remake is a must for me. I have to pick that up. I like the older Resident Evil games. I like that this one is a legit remake, and they're changing certain things to it to make it so if you played the prior games, you're gonna have surprises. It looks really fucking good, and like I said, it's like a legit new game. It's a new Resident Evil. It's just the story of Resident Evil 2, same setting, all that shit, but they like full blown just did the whole thing, and it's fucking awesome. So I definitely have to pick that up. And Kingdom Hearts 3, I mean, I guess I own all of them already, so I should pick it up. We'll see if I beat them, but yeah, I'm excited for Kingdom Hearts 3. I just really don't want to like just get so excited when it comes out and just start playing it and say fuck it to the other ones. But well,
You're
we'll
gonna
see.
need that backstory.
Yeah, I'm sure the game will start out and be like, this happened. And just be like a sentence. I'm like, oh.
I mean, hopefully, because it's been a very
They're gonna have to catch people up because they're gonna miss out on sales with new people, which, you know, any person who's played the series for a long time is gonna be like, well, you should play them, and I completely agree 100%.
Yeah.
But as a company that needs to make money, they have to be able to let it be accessible to new people.
Yeah,
they're not going to
just
say no to people who haven't beaten the last games.
Literally, all they have to do is put it in the main menu and just have a video play.
Yeah, like a recap,
Yeah.
100%. I mean, if they don't do that, it'd be crazy, and I'd be very surprised.
Or do a really fucking good job in the dialogue of the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it'd be smart to have like a 5-minute video in the very beginning that just kind of recaps on like what happened, and then go into the intro with the fucking new song brass fucking song. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum,
Wait, you trying to get copyright strikes or what?
Am I that good? That's a fine compliment, Chevy. Thank you. I'll take it. Yeah. So let us know in the comments what games are you excited for in January? Which games you're going to pick up? I'm sure a lot of you are going to be picking up Resident Evil Remake. I know a lot of people have been really excited for that. But what other ones are you excited for? Are you also excited for Ace Combat? Are you a fan of those games? They're so sick. Love them. Hopefully you do too. And what about Onimusha? Are you going to play that? Let us know in the comments below. So you're going to say something? No? He's just still thinking about that copyright strike we're going to get.
I'm waiting for this next topic because that first one's already got me a little peaked here.
What is it? The next thing we're going to talk about is we are in 2019. I keep bringing it up, and I promise we're going to get into it. We're going to get used to it. But it's still New Year, and you might be writing it the wrong, you might be still writing 2018 on much shit because you're fucking up like the rest of us. But we're going to be doing a preview of all the games as known now being released in 2019.
According to someone else.
Yeah, according to, well, this list is Polygon. I tried to look at another website, and they're like, turn your ad block off or give us 99 cents. I'm like, I'm not doing either of that. So I backed the fuck out. Like, you're going to fucking try and strong arm me? That's a horrible way to
I've
get
had
this
a
going.
couple websites, dude, that they're like, turn it off. I'm like, I'm going somewhere else.
Yeah, bye. I get you need it, and I completely understand. But the point where you're like giving me that option, I don't got fucking time to waste right now. I'm not gonna sit here and go, should I turn that off for this, one article I want to read, or should I just go on living the rest of my fucking life?
Exactly.
Not worrying about dumb shit.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah. So you guys already put fucking stupid fucking ads all over the fucking page that ruins my whole experience, and then your videos are gonna pop up and autoplay and lag shit out, and then I gotta fucking stop those. And sometimes you guys will play multiple videos at once, and then the ads got videos and stuff. Why the hell do I
You'll scroll down, the video will just stay with you.
Yeah, you're just warning me that your website's probably just fucking full of ads, and I'm not dealing with that. So anyway, new games of 2019 we're going to go through and pretty much do what we just did, a little longer form. This is 50 games, so I'm sure I'll be playing games that I'll just be like, yeah, whatever, but there's some that I'm really excited for. Before we get into this, how are you guys feeling about 2019 going into it? To give an example, 2018 was ridiculous in the games, and so was 2017. So far, off the top of my head, I feel like 2019 is going to be a little easier for me because there's a lot of like big games coming out, but not a whole lot that I'm like crazy excited for.
Yeah,
I just want to play them. Mm-hmm. So there's less pressure for me this year, which is kind of nice.
I mean, Shadowbringers is coming out this year. It's the new expansion for Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah. That is a game. That's an expansion. Well, and like I know Metro's coming out this year, and for me that's a big deal because I love the Metro series. Anthem's coming out, but that's not like big hype for me. That's more like, oh, I hope it's good.
Sekiro,
yeah, and we're gonna go through the whole thing.
Yeah,
but for me this year seems a little more relaxed. There's no God of War and Red Dead coming out this year.
All years are relaxed for me.
Same.
Yeah, I buy a lot of games.
You do.
A lot of them. I need more of me to play all these games.
I'll say that's the beginning of a conversation that's going to take over the episode. You can keep going down that road.
This is true. All right. Anything else you guys want to say?
No.
All right.
The
so
year of the samurai games.
It is.
Yep. So no particular order, I don't think. It doesn't seem. It just says 2019. First game on the list is Age of Wonders: Planetfall. Some of these games we already know, so I'm not going to go into it. But this one you might not know, so I'm going to read their synopsis of it. It says Triumph Studios' strategy series has previously restricted itself to standard fantasy lore of goblins, wizards, and knights. This time, Age of Wonders is going science fiction with Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri-like tale of planetary colonialization, involving mechanized weaponry, aliens, and genetic engineering. Planetfall is a turn-based hexagonal combat game in which factions develop technologies, construct armies, and expand their borders. This actually sounds really cool.
I'll say I like turn-based strategy games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it sounds kind of like Civ,
Yep.
or what was the other, that space Civ game that we played for a little bit?
it's one of the endless games.
Endless Space or something like that.
Endless Space, I think
Yeah.
so. They name all their games Endless something. So
Yeah. So definitely sounds cool. Looks kind of cool too, graphically.
yeah, it's something I'd probably keep my eyes open for personally.
Yeah.
What? I'll say the internet or something went weird there, and you were a computer sound.
Nope, that's totally what I did. Meh.
So you're just kind of mad about it?
Yeah, it's meh.
Yeah, fair. Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey, which is the dude who worked on the original Assassin's Creed. It's his passion project he's making with Panache Digital Games. They showed it recently. It's a game about evolution, which is really interesting to me that anybody would make that. And I've actually been kind of hyped on it. And then we saw a video, and I'm like, hopefully it looks a little better than that.
Yeah.
When it comes out, because I looked at it, I'm like,
It was such a bad video.
it looks I can't even say it looks fine. I mean, it looks really amateur. So hopefully it's in early development, and if it is going to look like that, hopefully the mechanics are good and they sell it at a fair price, because I am interested in the prospect of it. I'm just, the quality did not look like it was there for me.
The concept sounds intriguing, but I think it's going to be something that's really hard to pull off.
Yeah, even if the game's awesome to play, I mean, it'd have to be great for the word of mouth to get it around. But like the concept, I don't think most people are going to go, oh man, the idea of evolving from apes to humans, essentially, and like, fighting animals with sticks and shit to hunt them and survive, is it sounds like a TV show of like, history, that like
It's like
History Channel did.
Spore.
Yeah, and hopefully it's not like Spore, because everyone knows what happened with Spore. Cool concept, not executed well. Next game is Animal Crossing for Nintendo Switch. I don't really have to explain that to anybody. They are making a new Animal Crossing. All I can say to that is I'm not a huge Animal Crossing fan. Not that it's bad. I'm just not really into them. But again, man, Nintendo's just killing it. They're doing all the right things. They're putting every game you want on that fucking Switch, and this is another one. So it's awesome.
Yeah, these games are crack cocaine to me.
Yeah.
So.
I like Tom Nook though.
Or like Tom Crook.
He is a
dude.
crook.
Yeah, he looks
Then
like a
he
little asshole.
taught his little kids to be crooks.
That's how it goes, dude.
Are they his nephews?
I don't know. He's in charge of them.
Crook Fuse.
All I know
Criminal.
is every time an Animal
Fuse.
Crossing comes out and I play it, I play a lot of it. So
I'll be excited to see what it looks like. I'm sure it'll look like Animal Crossing,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's a game I'll keep my eyes out for. Yeah. So Anthem is finally coming out in February. I'm sure you guys all know what Anthem is. This game I am looking at and watching, and I'm gonna wait for reviews and see what they say about it. I already have an assumption on what I think it's gonna be. There is a good chance I'll pick it up, but I can't say I'm super excited for it, because it feels like it's their Destiny or The Division for me. It's just with mechs, which is a cool concept, but I don't know how deep it's going to be. I don't know how long it's going to last, and I don't know if it's going to be good because of all the stuff we've been hearing about for fucking years now with the game. So time will tell. It's coming out very soon, so my eyes are on it.
with you on that. I also think, though, the same month it comes out, I think Division 2 also comes out.
And that's a game I'm going to pick up.
And that's kind of rough
Yeah.
to have two of the same style of game coming out. So
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
yeah.
This is the type of game I just follow everybody else in because I do it for the social aspect.
Yeah, I feel like if none of us were to pick that up, you probably won't be picking it up.
No.
Yeah, because
I mean, it looks cool and neat, but like I said, for me, it's more social than just solid
Yeah.
solo gameplay.
Yeah, and I feel that if you're not super passionate about it, but you're like, pretty much where we're at on it, but you're not going to make the first move because if you make it and we don't, you're not going to want to fucking play it. So yeah, makes sense. Game called Ape Out, coming to Nintendo Switch and Windows PC February 7th. Have no idea, so I'm going to read. Ape Out is an attractively humorous escape game with a distinctively brash art style. It merges with an interview score to create inventive score to create a mad world of stylized blood and gore. It's a top-down combat game in which a gorilla thumps and sneaks its way through enemy-infested mazes. Ape Out, published by Devolver, looks like hyper-violent, neatly paced action game with lots of grim humor. Yeah, I'll wait to see what it looks like, but at first I was like, it sounds okay, but then Devolver, I'm like, probably fine, probably good. So... Also, shout out to Devolver. Some guy, and I put it in the Discord, but some guy on Twitter or somewhere hit up Devolver, and they're like, "Hey, Devolver, put Shadow Warrior 2 on sale. I want to buy it in the near future." And they're like, "Okay, you got it, buddy." And they took 75% off it, and they're like, "It's on sale for an hour." And it was like, it's like down to like $10 or something. Yeah, and I was like, "Whoa." So I was like, if that guy didn't buy that game,
weird fucking company.
Yeah, yeah, that was crazy because like that was like fucking, that's customer service, man. They're like, hey, I want to buy your game, but it's too expensive. Okay, you have 1 hour to buy this. If he didn't buy that, I'm pissed at him because that is, it's cool when you're on Twitter. I've experienced a couple times, and you tweet someone that you know it made something you really like, and they hit that like button. Or that heart button, and you're like, oh, it's cool, they saw my tweet. Or they'll respond to you and you're like, whoa, that's fucking cool. But when you're like, hey, charge me less for your product, and they're like, you got it, we're gonna alter the whole thing on Steam for you. Like, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. I'm gonna go buy like 4 copies of it.
I still need the game, so
yeah, I was half asleep when I read it. Otherwise I was gonna buy everyone a copy of it because it's a really fun game. Chris, thoughts on Ape Out?
I was really hoping it was another Ape Escape game.
Ooh,
Just
yeah.
title.
I think there'd be a little more announcement to it than just be like, yeah, Ape Out's coming out. Like, is that part of the Ape Escape series? Yeah, I guess. Okay. Wasn't that a big series back on PlayStation? Wasn't like one of the first games with analog support? Yeah, but analog's been around for a while now, so it's just Ape Out now. Goodbye. Yeah, okay.
That's it. I was just hoping for another Ape Escape.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. Although they'd have to like sell it for like $40 and do the whole like Ratchet and Clank thing, which I think would be the smart thing to do. Plus, they gotta make it more interesting than the gimmick of using 2 sticks because it's 2019, dog. An Ape Out's out, so they're already taking the market on the ape games. Atomic Heart comes out for everything except for Switch in 2019. You guys probably forgot already what it is because every time I bring this game up, you're always like, oh, I don't remember. It's essentially it's a well, this is Fallout-esque, but I would say it's more of a like BioShock in like a Russian setting. It looks really cool, and the graphics were fucking amazing. So for me, this is a real big hype game. First one on the list so far. I really want to play this game. I hope it's good because some games that look amazing sometimes have pretty simple gameplay. So hopefully it's not the case for this, but I'm really excited for it.
I'm intrigued because it's one of those scary games that doesn't rely upon it being dark to be spooky. It's more atmospheric during the day.
Yeah, there was a bunch of parts in the video that were like during the day out in the woods and just like sunny out and shit. But there was like this weird like dark zaniness to like all these like crazy robots and shit.
Yeah. So I'm intrigued by it. I don't know if I'll get it because scary games and I'm kind of like Chevy. I don't really get along with them very well, but I might if it's well enough received.
I might get it, but I might not because it's scary game.
Because it's spoopy.
It's a spoopy, and I don't spoop very often. Chevy, any thoughts? It's a game.
I can't keep it in my head, so no.
Yeah. Next one is Babylon's Fall, which is not. I'm not getting anything from that mentally, so I'll just read it. Announced at E3 earlier this year, Babylon's Fall is the next project from Japanese studio Platinum Games, which has already fucking got me excited. The company best known for action-intense Bayonetta series and Nier Automata, which if you have not played that, go fucking play it. The trailer shows an ominous future timeline of mighty, powerful forces clashing in a fight for civilization. There will be a lot of magical weapons wielding for slickly intense slashing and dodging.
Yeah, that was the one they showed like it was very much a teaser, announcement teaser for. So
yeah, because after I read a little bit on what it was, I remember there was a really brief teaser. Platinum Games at this point, after Nier Automata, is like a company to watch. I know a lot of you probably were playing their games before, like Bayonetta I played as well, and you've been on that boat. But for me, Nier was so good that now anything they make, I'm gonna be watching. I'm excited for this, and it looks really fucking cool in this picture I'm looking at.
That's Biomutant.
This picture looks really cool. Yeah. This picture looks cool too. But yeah, I'm super excited. I hope to see more on it soon, and it's coming out this year. So
I'm intrigued by it. I mean, fanboyish in me, but underneath the picture it says Platinum Games / Square Enix, so that's a plus for me.
What's the second partnership? Weird.
Yeah, I mean they're not doing anything with it though. It's not their idea. Right. It is all Platinum Games, but yeah, Square Enix is cool.
I'm just meaning investment wise. They've invested in them now twice.
I mean, I would. It's like when Demon Souls came out and fucking
Atlas got fucked.
Yeah, they got snatched from them. They're like, hey, we think you guys would like this. And everybody's like, yeah, we really like this. And some other big company's like, yeah, they do really like this. We're going to release these now. And I was like, oh. That's it. And then they released the Jiggly game that I really like, Dragon's Crown. Also coming out 2019, Biomutant, which is another game that every time I brought it up, Chevy and Chris were like, what?
I remember.
But now you do. Yeah. This one I'm still really curious about. I'm not like super stoked for it, but I'm also like, I'm curious enough to play it. They keep saying it's an open world game. Every time I watch a video on it, it looks kind of linear. But
that last video was super not good advertising though for me.
I don't remember that video.
It was actually like gameplay and stuff, and I was kind of got turned off by it after watching it. Yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I'm not like, oh, I'm not getting that game. I need to see a better presentation than I have been given.
So what you're saying is you hate Stefan Ljungqvist.
Well, I don't know if they were the ones playing it when they showed it off. So
that guy, he's the founder of it, dog. I'm excited for this, but again, I'm not like super hyped on it. I want to see the reviews on it because I think the ideas are really neat. I think the gameplay looks fine. I like the idea that your character changes the way they look, though, based off of how you kind of like progress through the game and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Chris, any thoughts?
A polite interest in the game.
Very polite. It's like when someone offers you food and you just ate and you're like, hey, I'll try it. It's very polite. Yeah. You don't want to eat it, but you're like, I'll meet you halfway.
I'll wait to hear about it from everybody else. I probably won't buy it right away, but
yeah.
I'm intrigued.
It's one of those games that isn't gonna like do big, like it's not gonna blow up, but hopefully, I want every game to do decently because people spend fucking years working on these games. Bloodstained: Ritual of the Night, which I feel like came out 6 years ago. I've been hearing about it for so long, but that is the spiritual successor, the Kickstarter that the guy who made Castlevania Symphony of the Night did. So just because that alone, I have an interest in it because Symphony of the Night is obviously the best fucking Castlevania. I'm sure people will have their favorites, but what other Castlevania's been fucking re-released on everything ever, including fucking calculators. So I'm really curious to see this or play this game. I've seen people play it already though, so it's obviously been in some kind of early access.
I think if you were one of the investors, you got to play and help. Essentially, so
and it looks like Castlevania, which Castlevania is awesome. So
I want this to be good.
So. Yeah, me too. That's a really good way to put it. I want it to be fucking dope. I want it to come out and people go, "This is fucking awesome," because this guy has made a very legendary game, legendary games in general. But if he could, get any of that, fucking recipe into this, I think we'll have a really awesome game. Code Vein, which is a game I feel like we've been fucking talking about forever. It's like I feel like it should have came out already, but didn't it get delayed? Yeah. This game, every time I watch a video on it, man, my opinion just kind of goes like somewhere, and then I got to collect it because I watched another thing, and I'm like, okay, well, we're just gonna fucking throw my opinion over there now. And then we watch another video. I'm like, okay, and I just go, huh. I throw it over there, and I'm like, I don't know where it landed, but when I walk over there, I'll find out. I feel like I'm gonna pick this game up because it's a fucking Soulsborne-esque game. I like every single one I've ever played, pretty much. It's got some cool ideas. It has some stuff to it that's gonna kind of, you know, change up the pace a bit. But the whole Soulsborne as a genre thing, you're seeing more of it as an influence now in genres and less copies of it. So I almost wonder if this is gonna be able to ride that decreasing wave of excitement for games like that. But also, Dark Souls is over, as they say. I don't believe that. So it might be able to take up some of that fan base itching for more games like that. But I want to play it.
I don't even play the Dark Souls games, so I appreciate that, but I don't play them.
That's a big old nah from Chevy.
Nah, man.
I'm a little apprehensive about this one. I enjoy the Dark Souls games, but this one, from all the gameplay I've seen and the videos and whatnot, something about it just makes me apprehensive about playing it.
Are you saying you don't like Russian mothers?
No comment.
Okay. Fair. Well played. Next one is, for some reason, there's so many Conan games coming out recently. Those guys got that fucking... actually, it's a different company. Weird. There's those one dudes who made like 3 Conan games.
I think the publisher.
Oh, Funcom. Yeah. Funcom. They got the rights to that game. They're just fucking using it. But apparently there is a Conan Unconquered coming out. I had no idea about this. Mid 2019 is a real-time strategy. Real-time strategy gets the Conan treatment in this production from Petroglyph Games, which is also working on a 4K remaster of early Command and Conquer games. Oh, that's interesting. Because that was announced by EA when they fucked up. And everybody was excited about that one thing. The team includes CNC veterans from Westwood Studios, that's interesting. A trailer released a few weeks ago, which I never watched, shows Conan defending a castle under attack from hordes, including giant spiders. But Conan calls upon a massive warrior god to come to his aid. So Conan's a bitch, and he has to have gods take care of shit for him, huh? Yeah, expect a fast-paced game. I'm interested, but I'm not a Conan fan. I know there's like big Conan fans out there, which is really interesting because I don't know any personally. But Conan as a property doesn't do anything for me, so the game's gonna have to speak for itself.
The game's gonna have to speak more for itself for me because, like you said, Conan just. I don't care, man.
Yeah, I feel like people like slightly older than us and people who were like, you know, around those people to learn to like Conan are the people who liked Conan, because that like very late 70s, 80s barbarian thing, very like fucking like almost reminds you of like heavy metal and shit.
Headbutt a horse or camel or whatever the fuck it was.
That is a thing that happens, but just the whole greased up, jacked dudes and no clothes and shit, fucking being buff and swinging swords and stuff. Just,
I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
Yeah. Aesthetically,
Chris got interested all of a sudden.
it's just not for me.
I didn't even know this was coming out, so.
Me neither.
But,
You know now.
They're slipping it in there, and they're like, "You want some more Conan?"
nope, I didn't ask for it in the first place.
I didn't even fucking play the last one. Although I wanted to. Rob played for a little bit. He liked it. One I'm actually really excited for, Control, coming out for, seems like everything except for Switch this year, is Remedy Entertainment's, it says Remedy Entertainment, best known for Alan Wake and Quantum Break, both rhyme and are both good games in my opinion, is back with another high-tech supernatural third-person action adventure. Control was shown in a trailer at Sony's 2018 E3 press conference, in which a young woman armed with a futuristic gun explores a shape-shifting world. She is also armed with telekinetic abilities. I'm really fucking excited for this. I think Remedy is one of the most innovative third-person shooter companies out there. Every game they've made, Max Payne, Alan Wake, Quantum Break, all these games are fucking fantastic in my opinion. They have really interesting storylines that are really ambitious, and they always have some quirk in them, something that makes them different than other games, and they really use that to make the game interesting. So I'm kind of a fanboy, so I definitely will be picking this up. Even though, you know, some people were like, Quantum Break's okay, I really liked it, and I loved Alan Wake. So
yeah, I don't have an affinity for their products, just essentially from what you've told me of them, I didn't play Max Payne, I didn't play Alan Wake, and I didn't play Quantum Break. So
Max Payne was dope too. I loved that game.
but I
Shout
remember
out to Rockstar with
seeing
Max
the
Payne 3 though.
trailer and visually, I was intrigued by it. And
Yeah.
the same, I had the same thought about Quantum Break as well, though. Like I was visually
It's really
intrigued
neat
by it. So
Chris, anything? Nothing.
I haven't played any of their games, so. I mean, I
So
hear they're
what?
visually nice, but
So what you're telling me is you're excited for Conan.
no.
no.
Fair. Another game that everybody's excited for, Crackdown 3, is coming out for Xbox One and PC February 15th. It's finally coming out, guys.
Terry Crews
Is
can
it, though?
shut up now.
Is it? Is it really?
I've
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, we'll see. When it actually is like in the store, I'll believe it. Even when they're like, it's shipping, be like, no, it's not. Prove it. Show me. Prove it. I want proof. Crackdown 3 is a game that I have been wanting to be excited for and forced myself to be excited for a long time. And the long delays and waiting for the game to come out, and every video I watch just shows me more and more that it's literally just Crackdown 1 and 2 with slightly better graphics. And I hope it's good. Really do. I don't want to sound negative, but I got no fucking hype. My hype has dwindled from the wait, and my interest has also gone down from every video I've watched of it so far. So I can't wait to see what the reviews say. It's an exclusive.
Yeah.
A Windows exclusive. Nothing?
Fuck that game.
Okay. You don't gotta fucking...
I don't like Crackdown at all. And then watching this game get developed over the course of 12 years is just frustrating. So
It's like me going like, this is my brother Chevy. This is this guy I know, Billy. Billy says Chevy, Billy. And Chevy just goes, bah! Punches him in the face. Like, I don't like Billy. Like, okay. There's subtler ways to fucking handle that. But fair. I like the... We always play it really safe and not on purpose, but we're just kind of objective thinkers on the channel, and we'd like to welcome things. So every once in a while, it's welcome. Just go fuck that game. Shout out to Life is Strange and Drawn to Death, two games I absolutely hate. Chris, thoughts on Crackdown 3? You're very excited. I can tell.
Oh, so excited.
Yeah. See, you heard him. Sound clip it.
Sound clip it. My enthusiasm.
Chris
dude.
loves Crackdown 3. Oh, so excited.
I love this game.
Oh, yay.
I am excited.
He's turned into a robot. He's so excited. He's uploaded himself into the internet so he can get to it first. He's going to play it on Xbox Live with his PC.
Non-existent Xbox.
Yeah. Well, once you're part of the internet, you don't need to have an Xbox. You're one with everything. Days Gone is coming out April 26th for PS4. Man, this game is weird. And if you guys don't know what it is, it's that zombie apocalypse third-person game. We all kind of were interested in it. Me and Chris kind of had like a fucking... I think you probably were the least interested in it, even though me and you were really interested on that tech demo, yeah. But there's that episode where me and Chris were talking about how when that trailer came out, it almost like lowered our hype because it wasn't really what we were expecting. We're expecting more from it. And the more I've watched of it, I'm most likely going to buy this game unless it gets really bad reviews across the board because it looks fun. It looks like I'll enjoy it, but it also doesn't look like it really offers anything like to make it like shine. It's almost like the Order 1776. That game sold because the visual look of it and the graphics were amazing, but it was like a fucking PlayStation 1 first-person shooter in its mechanics. That's what I feel when it looks outdated. It looks like a basic open world game with zombies. I haven't seen a whole lot of it that really goes, well, there's this mechanic you're really going to enjoy doing, or there's this whole story. Like I don't really care about the whole biker thing or whatever. So it's like, and the original thing that got me excited was the fucking hordes running around. And I'm sure they'll have parts of the game where that happens, but other than that, like, yeah, we'll see. You fuck this game?
No, but
you gonna
it's a
sling
pass. I wasn't interested in playing it to begin with. It
Yeah.
just doesn't seem like my type of game. It's definitely one of those things I'd kind of wait to hear from you. And if it seemed interesting enough, I'd probably just watch.
Yeah. I don't feel like I'm going to be giving you that talk, though.
Probably not.
I don't think I'm going to be coming out and be like, Chevy, this game is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
You got to check it out. I feel like I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what the hell I thought it was going to be. Kind of like Just Cause 4. I picked it up. I'm like, I know what this is going to be. I play. I'm like, this is what it's supposed to be.
No aggression towards this game, no.
Fuck that. Fuck Days Gone. Fuck everyone who made it.
Jesus.
I feel really bad for the guys who made this game, though, because the game is already kind of like okay looking. Graphically, it looks fine, but it just looks like a decent game. But in every interview during E3, people kept bringing up other games. They're like, oh, it kind of has like a Last of Us thing. They're like, we like to think of Days Gone as like Days Gone. And I'm like, yeah, this is something that people don't get a lot of times. Like when you're talking to someone like who's in a band or someone who's made a movie or whatever, specifically bands, because I have a better experience with that. Telling them that they sound like someone else is a fucking insult. I mean, like, unless it's like someone like, if you're like, oh man, you remind me of like David Bowie or something like that. No one's going to go, what the fuck? But if you like compare them to someone else, you know, they want to be their own individual thing. They, you know, want people to appreciate them for what they do. So when you're like, oh, Days Gone, you're working on Days Gone, it's like The Last of Us, right? It's like, I mean, yeah, kind of. Oh, it's like this then. Well, it's our game. Like, it's just so weird. Like, every interview, they just kept bringing up other people's games, and you could just watch the two guys just go like, yeah, well, we don't look at it that way. We love The Last of Us, but this is this is our game. And I was like, man, this is awkward. That your game doesn't have enough of a fucking identity, huh?
That also feels very telling that the game, yeah, like you said, doesn't have any identity. It's,
Yeah.
If everybody's comparing to everything else, then it's not unique. If there's no hype about how individual this feels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, if you can't like carve out your own individuality in this kind of market, it's and before the game's even fucking out, what do you really have to offer? Hopefully that game is just really fucking fun because then it'll sell it. But yeah, thoughts, Chris?
This used to be on my radar, and now it's not.
Yeah. It's barely on my radar, but I'm pretty much with you guys on this.
Set in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. Alan Wake was too.
I think so was fucking it was Infamous.
Second Son.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like this weird post-apocalyptic island, Seattle, that doesn't exist.
It was a theme park inspired by Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle.
They just don't explain that to you in the story. You got to go online and find that lore on a fan fiction site. And then Life is Strange in the Pacific Northwest, which is a disgrace to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, I kind of get that one though with that a little bit.
Why?
Just the way people are portrayed, not the way they speak.
That's how they're portrayed. It's the way they speak, which no one speaks like that anywhere. And no one looks like that. That chick looks fucking dumb. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. There's other games too. Alan Wake was in the Pacific Northwest. So Devil May Cry 5 is coming out in March. It's funny how they announced that like not that long ago, and it's already coming out, which is always a pleasant surprise because the game does look complete. It looks really good to me graphically. This is a game that I am going to keep an eye out for. I've never been a huge Devil May Cry fan, but if this one's really good, I'm not opposed to hopping into the series and getting into it now. So I hope it does really well. Also, it's supposed to have co-op, which is fucking awesome sounding. So
I didn't know that part. I do know that every time I go on Twitter, there's somebody freaking out about this game. So obviously,
people love Devil May Cry.
Yeah, they're gonna. This game's gonna sell, so they're safe in that regard. And Capcom, I gotta say, recently has got a lot of stuff coming out that's really just like doing them a lot of favors, which is great.
Yeah, aside from their fucking added in-game ads, they've been doing really good.
Yeah, I would say Monster Hunter obviously is awesome. Devil May Cry 5 is gonna do just fine.
Yeah.
And then
Resident Evil Remake.
yeah, thank you. I was
Maybe.
like, I know there was another one. Where'd it go?
A couple things, yeah.
Yeah. So this game, I'm mixed on because I never got into this series, and so like the attachment to these characters and the I don't know if I'm using the word right, but campiness, I guess. Is that what I want?
It's campy.
Yeah.
Campy as fuck.
That has built obviously over the course of 5 games is way lost on me.
Yeah.
But as an action game, I am interested. So yeah, this one's tough for me. I do feel that with it being a fun looking game and having co-op, it's probably going to be up my alley though. So
Yeah, Chris.
I'm definitely gonna get this game. Actually, I own all the other Devil May Cries. Not necessarily because I think Dante's an amazing badass or whatever. It's definitely for the action combat of the game that I really enjoy.
Yeah, I'll be really excited to see what they can pull off with modern day technology and stuff like that. Because the game is really high octane, larger than life. You got to like really detach yourself from what reality is to enjoy just the craziness and the zaniness of it. And you can achieve so much more with what they can do in games now. So, yeah. I'm also interested in it as well. Next one is The Division 2 coming out for pretty much everything except for Switch on March 15th. Obviously, this is the sequel to The Division. I liked The Division. I believe we're pretty much all on the same page where we all liked it. We got to Endgame. We pretty much stopped playing it. Some of us came back a little bit. And The Division 2 is supposed to... They literally named off shit that people... Because they were hoping Division would last longer and people playing it, and people just went right through it. So they're hoping to achieve the longevity, do more like raid type stuff in Division 2. It seems like they're pretty much just trying to make the game a better game. So with that, like I said, I liked The Division, so I will probably pick this up. But I like tactical shooters, and it really did the whole faux MMO thing with good mechanics. I really enjoyed the shootouts in the game and running behind cover and playing with other people.
You did have to think, which was nice.
Yeah, it was cool. So yeah, I'll definitely be picking this up. Unless the reviews come out and they're like, this is fucking hot garbage, I'd be like, okay, I'm not going to waste the time then.
That was literally what I was going to say. Unless the reviews are bad, I think it's pretty safe to assume this is something we're public, and I don't mean to speak for you guys. That's why I wanted to wait. But we're picking it up. I assumed. So
yeah, I'm definitely picking it up.
And even like looking at the game when they showed it off, it just looked better.
Yeah.
So
and although I did like the idea of the snowy New York look or whatever, it gets boring after a while.
Monotonous.
And I like that this one, even in canon, is like further into the future. Now it's spring or whatever, and it's in a different location. But it's a new location, new look, different weather, which is nice. So it's a nice refresher for the same series.
Yeah.
So, Chris?
This is one of those games where I just kind of follow the group.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll probably be the last one to get it because I'll wait to hear if everybody enjoys it enough to continue playing it. But
well, you're either gonna hear us go, yeah, that's pretty fun, or we're gonna be like, Chris, get it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Doom Eternal, which just want to say the trailer for that was fucking dope. It was very cool. It's coming out. I'm really excited for this. It's back and they're fucking killing it, and their games are just awesome with what they've been doing. Wolfenstein 2 was so fucking good that I think everybody should play it. And then Doom was really fucking good. So Doom Eternal is going to be sick. I can't wait for it. And I'm just so happy to see it went through a weird period where like they weren't doing like the mistakes that other companies do where they get like, overzealous and they're just like, yeah, we don't have to work very hard. We're just going to ride it out and be lazy. They just didn't get modern gaming. They were still stuck in the past.
Yeah, they were trying to, it was like keep identity, but also make modern games.
What, with the old way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they just didn't get the idea of like progression and what keeps people in games now. They just went tight controls, amazing graphics, and a cool world. Well, that's good. You have that, but the game still felt vacant and empty in the sense of like what you can do and just playability. Like, oh, okay, I finally unlocked this thing. Okay, I finally unlocked that thing. And then Doom started going like, okay, if you kill this many people or do this much things, you'll unlock this feature. And if you do that, so they're still maintaining that old feel, but still kind of adding that progression. Then Wolfenstein just, I think, was their better version of that with the upgrades to weapons, stuff like that. And overall, really fucking good story. But so did Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein had a really good story too, but yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm at the point right now where I'm going to pretty much support everything id makes because they're just fucking on fire and I love it. So I'm an old school id fan. I know you are too. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it is awesome. I'm probably not going to personally pick it up just because I don't really play a lot of this stuff anymore.
Spoopy game.
But I am thrilled that so far everything they've been releasing that people have just been praising them, which is great.
People fucking loved Doom. When it came out, I was like, this is pretty cool. I played it for a while. And then like I heard a couple people go like, oh, Doom's really good. And then like every couple months I was just on the internet, people were talking about like fucking Doom was great, and I'm like, oh, people like Doom, that's cool. And I keep seeing like more and more people saying, I'm like,
Like wildfire, yeah.
wait, people fucking loved that game?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then Wolfenstein was the same thing.
Yeah.
So
Then, Wolfenstein 2 came out. People were like, this is amazing. And I'm like,
your parent
whoa.
company could take some advice. So
Yeah. When Bethesda was like, well, ZeniMax is the parent company, but when ZeniMax bought id and they're alongside Bethesda, it was like, you know, it's good because it needs that support. You know, they need that help, and Bethesda is making plenty of money, stuff like that. Now I'm like, is their like trophy horse, man? Like that thing's fucking just pumping out good games left and right.
Yeah.
And Bethesda is that little fucking brat who only eats like fucking cheeseburgers, and you're trying to feed him other things. Like, no, I don't want it.
that's not
No.
Skyrim.
No, you take Skyrim. Okay, well we got it like 4 years ago. No, take more Skyrim. Stop buying it. Make a good game. No. Fallout 76. The game's broken. No, I don't care. Where's my fucking canvas bag at? You got a plastic bag.
Have nylon.
Stay out of my fort. And they slam the door on you. It's like, God, Bethesda, you fucking turn a little asshole. No. Anyway, I'm stoked for Doom Eternal. Chris?
I've never played any of the Doom games. Never had any interest in playing them.
They are
Just personal. I've
visceral.
heard everybody loves them, whoever plays them, but they've just never been anything that intrigued me personally.
imagine just being constantly full of adrenaline.
Doom's just like the first person shooter in every way. I mean, obviously you can go back and go Wolfenstein, but Doom was like the first popular one. But like they brought Doom back in a way that really celebrates that Doom is Doom. Doom fucking popularized first person shooters, and when you play the new Dooms, these are just fucking visceral, carnage infused fucking just shootouts that are just
Super fast
just
paced.
dope as fuck. If you're into first person shooters, this is just for you. Like fucking just murder shit.
Yep.
Just have a blast with it.
Yeah, and they really wanted to emphasize like you having a blast doing it the whole time. So
Well, the first Doom is just fucking and you're just like running through halls fucking shooting shit.
yeah.
And then Doom 3 came out, which was fantastic as well, but it took it to the survival horror genre, and it was horrifying that you're a guy who can't decide to use a flashlight or a pistol. You couldn't use both. You got to pick one, which was really dumb. But that game was really good too. But when they brought it back to this, I was like, man, I kind of wanted to see another like crazy experience like fucking Doom 3. But then I played Doom and I was like, oh, they're just like going back to what Doom was, and they're just making that modern. And they nailed it. It's fucking awesome. And Chris can't wait to play it. Doom. Dreams for PlayStation 4 finally coming out this year. They kind of fucking just kind of floated off
I've been dreaming.
making this game and not really talking about it a whole lot, and during E3 kind of showing little blips of it between games every once in a while, but I'm
Yeah,
not
that
really
was a
talking
trip.
about it. Yeah, it's weird. This is a game I'm really excited for though. Media Molecule made the Little Big Planet series, and those games are always really fun, but the best part about it was the creative aspect of it. You could do a lot of stuff creatively, and people made a lot of really cool things, and Dreams is literally just them going, okay, you're gonna make shit. That's what this game is. So I don't know much about it, but I know I'm going to buy it because the idea of it is very cool. I also I don't know if it's still like this because I haven't really kept up to date on what the game is anymore, but the original concept they're saying was like you're going to float in between people's created things like you would a dream. Like when you're in this scene in a dream when you're sleeping, and all of a sudden you're in a new place, but that transition was seamless. You don't remember getting there. That's what this is supposed to be like when you're experiencing other people's creations. So
That's so ambitious.
yeah. So I don't know if they're still going to do that. Maybe that's just like their first, creative idea. But all I know is this is going to be them going crazy with the creative tools. It's funny how there's like, we're going to make a platform where you can create stuff. People keep making shit. They're like, people like the platforming, but it seems like they really like the creative shit. We're just going to make a creative game now. So, and there are other games. They had that PSP game that was like a cardboard cutout game. It's like a platform. We played it for Plus Club.
I'm trying to remember.
Like a year or two ago. But that one was really neat too. So, and that one you could have some input on creation in it as well. So obviously they're really keen on creativity, which of course I love. So
Yeah.
thoughts?
I'm excited to see what you and Chris do with this game
Me too.
because my brain doesn't work the same way.
Nothing but nightmare fuel.
Oh, I would love to make some weird shit. Chris, thoughts?
I'm intrigued, but I'm worried about the limitations of the engine because there's only so much things like this can do.
Yeah.
And that sometimes feels really stifling for creativity. But I'm really intrigued by the concept and seeing how well they can execute it.
What other program have you used that allows you to only create, though?
Well, I would argue too that if you do it right, you can keep making stuff. Minecraft, people still make crazy shit.
Yeah.
They keep adding stuff to it, and then people still people made crazy shit in fucking Little Big Planet.
Yeah, well, he was saying limitations, and at first I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But wait a minute, they're not making like game stuff though.
You're gonna make that.
It is literally like, here you
Sure.
go, make some shit, and
I'm worried about the limitations of the objects that can be implemented into the game if there's a set amount, or if they have like the option to create your own object within the game, things like that. But that would take a lot more time and processing power to do.
I feel like the amount of time they've put into this game and their pedigree that is already proven, there's gonna be too much shit in this game to work with. I'm calling it.
I kind of get that feeling.
I'm
myself.
gonna look at it because they're not making a Little Big Planet. They're not making a platformer. They're not making a game where you're progressing from here to there. They're just going, this is
Here's
the
a program.
theme.
Yeah.
You get to make your shit. And so this game isn't coming out they didn't work on this game for like 2 years. They've been working on this shit for a while.
Forever.
So I mean, like, all that time and effort is going into the creative tools and the objects and everything. So there's got to be a lot to this game. I can't imagine it would be light. Like, it's going to be overwhelming. I'm sure there'll be even modes to make it easier to make things, and then a more advanced mode to get really crazy, so people can make their own games essentially. Because they showed one video where people were making their own video games essentially.
Yeah.
Some people made like Little Big Planet.
Yep.
In it, like, you can make the fucking game in there. Mm-hmm. So, but it is a good thing to be apprehensive about when you think about because any game with creation in it, I'm like, well, how much is there? Am I going to get burnt out quickly if there's not a whole lot of stuff to create with?
Yeah, it would just be so mind-blowing if they spent this much dev time making a creative toolbox for people and it didn't have options.
Yeah,
So that's just where my brain went on that, because I was like, they're not making a video game here, though.
Yeah.
So
I get where Chris is coming from for sure.
no, yeah, I'm not saying he's wrong. I just
Well, no one could. We don't know.
Yeah, I
So-
like, my brain just can't grasp there being crazy limitations though either.
Oh, mine can. Mine can.
Chris is ready for
I
disappointment.
feel stifled already.
I haven't even played it. I already feel like I'm being held back. Next game, Far Cry New Dawn, a game I just got dropped on us out of nowhere, and I can't wait for it. I actually really loved Far Cry 5. Almost made my runners up for Game of the Year. And that Far Cry New Dawn is going to be a continuation of that story. Really excited. I am, if I can be apprehensive like Chris last time, I am a little worried that it seems like this game got fucking... I mean, Far Cry 5 got released last year.
76.
And then this... Well, it's not going to be that bad. Nothing's that bad. But this is coming out in less than a year. It's off the same engine, obviously, and it's probably going to use a lot of the same assets or whatever. But yeah... I know it's going to be fun and good. I am a weird guy who liked Far Cry Primal. Almox, I also liked Far Cry Primal, so that was weird. There's two of us on the planet.
Who?
Yeah, that guy. Who? That's a name I haven't heard in years.
All right, Gandalf.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. I will absolutely be picking this up.
I'm indifferent.
Same.
Fair. Let's move on. Fire Emblem Three Houses
Ooh.
for Nintendo Switch. If you don't know what Fire Emblem is, it's a tactical RPG series, obviously. I'm really excited for this because this is not on a handheld.
No, it's on Switch.
This is coming out for a console. So I'm really fucking excited. And this is coming out spring, so it's coming soonish. Yeah. But where I'm at right now, mentally, I would be playing the fuck out of this right now. So I really want this. In fact, this might be the Switch seller if I don't have one by then.
You say that a lot.
I do, but this is like a full fucking like in-depth fucking RPG that will have like time investment, and that's something I'm gonna hop in and play like a couple matches when some friends are over. So
I'll say I cracked out on Fire Emblem on DS.
What if they do a bundle? I will buy the fuck out of that.
Yeah, I already have a Switch, so that would not work for me so much.
Look, mister, I already have a Switch.
Well, that's something I decided to pick up at one point because I walked in the store, I saw one, I was like, I have extra money right now. Fuck it.
What's that like, being able to make decisions?
What's money?
It doesn't happen very often. It happened in that moment. So
I've tried to make that decision like 8 times. It takes me like an hour, and I'm like, I'm going to do it later.
yeah, I love Fire Emblem. That's literally all I can say about this is that they'd have to make a really fucking big mistake for this game to be bad.
Even if it's subpar, they'll pick it up, which is sad.
It's still gonna have all this shit that
Like,
people
if it's
like about Fire Emblem.
If it's like other Fire Emblems, I'll play it still. But if it's like even better, like that'll be the fucking like, okay, this is awesome. It's amazing.
For sure.
Yeah, it's in the bag. It's gonna be good. So, Chris.
I've been really itching to play a game similar to this, but I won't have access to Switch when it comes out, so I will have to quell my interest in it.
You should steal your brother's.
He will be deployed with it.
Deploy him without it.
No, I would say not if you can't find it.
Yeah. Yeah. Put it somewhere high. You're tall.
I'm not much taller than him.
I do that shit all the time, dude. I'm like the tallest in the house, and I got really long arms, so I just fucking just reach up high. People don't get my stuff. Chevy's not after it, but I still like to think that if he tried to get it, it'd be difficult.
I've
Chevy's
never
not
played any Fire Emblem games.
Not
but
much
I've
of
been
a
told I
mountain
should.
climber. What?
I've never played any of the Fire Emblem games, but I've always been told I should.
Yeah, by me.
Yeah,
I bitched at
you'd like them for
so
sure.
many times.
You always talk about Final Fantasy Tactics, so
I want to play it right now.
yeah, so you would definitely like this. I know you would like this series. So
This is what I get these days because Shining Force is gone.
yeah,
So
no, I feel that.
I
Yeah.
get Fire Emblem, and
Yeah.
which is great. I love Fire Emblem. I just wish Sega would quit fucking around with all their IPs and make old Shining Force games again.
Sega pretty much doesn't exist. They just
Well,
do
they
when
exist. They go
put out some shit. Like,
Here's
remember
a
us?
full of poop. Take it.
Yeah, they're like the only company that makes bad decision after bad decision, and I truly believe it's out of ignorance. Every other company, I'm like, you guys are dickheads, and you're trying to fucking take advantage of people. Sega, I'm just like patting them on the head, like, stop, buddy. Like, you want Sonic? I'm like, this is not Sonic, man. It's blue.
Then they let someone else make Sonic, and everyone's like, "This is really good."
Yeah, yeah. Someone else is like, we'll make Sonic, and they're like, I don't want you to. And then they're like, okay, we'll make Sonic. I don't want you to. And then years later, someone else is like, we'll make Sonic, and they're like, fine. And then they make it, and everybody loves it, and they're like, want us to make another one? Like, no, we're gonna make Sonic. Yours was fine. Ours is better. And they put out that
Where's the scarf?
fucking put out that movie with the thick legs. Yeah, Sega legit just feels like they like to sit around staring at paint dry and eat glue. So yeah,
Next.
sorry Sega, I love you from the past. Whoa, we're just shortening it nowadays. Gears 5 is coming out 2019 this year. I'm curious about it. I'm not a big Gears guy, and it's because the games are not made for me. The storyline's interesting enough. I actually was this is like old school, but I was super excited when Gears of War was originally coming out. It's like, oh, it looks awesome. I like the storyline, all that shit. I looked past all the football players in fucking mega armor. Which it looks like nowadays they've absolutely decreased on, because they were getting fucking ridiculous looking after a while. So it's weird that I had that hype and then I played the games, and the biggest thing I don't like about them is they essentially go from a kill box to another kill box to another kill box, kill the limited amount of enemies, then move on to the next kill box. But like the amount of, because they want the chainsaw to feel awesome and all the mega weapons to feel awesome, they make killing things difficult with normal weapons, and they might be different nowadays. I don't know. I have not played any of the newer ones. I actually kind of wanted to try 4, so we'll see. I guarantee this game's gonna get good reviews. Gears always does get pretty good reviews, and the fans love Gears of War. When I talk to people who actually do like the series, they love it. It's not like, well, they're pretty good. So I would like to be able to get into the series, but it's just my inability to enjoy the way to kill things in the game makes it hard for me to play them. But graphically, it looks really good.
Yeah. I'm happy for Gears fans.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
This is another exclusive. Windows exclusive.
They don't know
Chris.
what that fucking word means, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Next.
Next.
He
Next.
doesn't even want to say anything about it.
No, he means next Gears of War. He's excited for it.
Yes.
Bring it.
I played the first 3 and I was done.
Damn, son, you're a goddamn
I
veteran.
played more than I have.
He played more than I did.
Yeah.
I played the first 2 and that was it. Chris
Next.
loves the series.
I remember.
Linux, man. That's a weird one to
That
see
is a
on
weird
there.
one to see. Also, but I remember seeing this game. So
Yeah, it had a really cool visual style. In the Valley of the Gods, which is shown off at E3. It's coming out for everything, all PCs and Macs and shit. Campo Santo, which was bought by Valve, I believe. Remember?
Were they?
Yeah, we covered that. This is now a Valve
everyone
game.
buys everybody. All right.
Yeah.
It's hard to keep track of.
I believe so. Fucking let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I'm like 100% that they bought them.
Is it one of Microsoft's companies now?
That's why I was confused. It's like, is this one of those that they bought? Getting ready for the next gen where that's gonna kill it, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But yeah, made by the same guys who made Firewatch, which is a really good game if you haven't played it. It's just a narrative game where you walk forward and experience something, but it's really well done. This one looks to be the same kind of game. I'm really excited for it. I think these guys make really good games. I think they need to stay off Twitter like a lot of people, but their games speak for themselves. They're very good. Stay off Twitter, everybody.
I'm interested.
Destroy Twitter. Yeah.
Why? No, I love Twitter.
Oh, I love arguing with idiots on Twitter.
I know.
That's what everybody does on Twitter, so that's what Twitter's for.
I don't see that part of Twitter, so.
That is Twitter, man. Just say something that even slightly doesn't agree with somebody and you will get into an argument.
Yeah. Well, maybe that's why I like Twitter, because I don't actually like talk.
Someone's
to Twitter.
like, I like blue. And you're like, well, yeah, this shade of blue is cool. And they're like, no, you fucking idiot. And you're like, whoa. I didn't even disagree with you 100%.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that.
Oh, dude, every fucking day. I love it. For the wrong reason.
I always say I think it's going to be easier for you to find than me to find, anyways, because I very passively use social media.
Oh, okay. I will say I'm not looking for it. I just fucking it's everywhere. Especially in everything that everyone posts about video games. Go into the comments. It's a shitstorm.
Oh yeah, see, I don't check comments to things very often either.
And a lot of times I agree with them. Most of the publications, they're idiots. So anyway, this is a whole other thing. In the Valley of Gods, you're excited or you're interested?
I'm interested. I'm interested. Yeah.
I'm excited for it, Chris.
This is the first I've heard of it, so I don't know enough information.
You
that was
watched a
right there
video.
with
Yeah,
us.
you watched it with us.
You bastard.
How can you
That I
deny
don't
us?
recall, so
Okay.
I don't have a strong enough opinion one way or the other.
Next.
Get that out of my face.
You may move on to the next one.
Next.
Journey to the Savage Planet, which we saw something on it recently. I don't remember what it looked like. It was no, this is that oh shit. It kind of looked like fuck, I want to say BioShock, but not quite. It was really zany kind of, but it's first person, and it showed like going into like a town and stuff and talking to people and then go out and doing shit. This one I'm interested in. I want to see more on it. The trailer did enough to make me interested in it. Kind of had a Borderlands vibe to it too.
Yeah, it's on the radar.
Yeah,
for sure. Also, I'm seeing 505 publishing a lot of games this year, which is kind of crazy.
which is good. Yeah. Obviously they've had stuff in the works, and this is their year. They're just going, ugh, and just drop it on the table. Just take it.
I hated that voice. I can't even fucking.
Just take it.
Ew.
He's reaching like, yeah, everyone's good.
No, okay, Chris.
Now he doesn't want the game. He doesn't like 505's offerings on the table. Poor 505.
I don't need a fucking. What are you buying?
Chris, goddamn, what do you think? Next.
I'm intrigued. I want to know more though before I have a strong opinion. Really.
That's fair. Yeah, it seems too early, but we got the concept in front of us, and I'm definitely it's on my radar. Like, should I put it? It's a good way to put it. Coming very soon, Jump Force, which just keeps rolling out fucking characters. It's got a little bit of everything. It's a fighting game. It's a game that's taking cartoony anime looking people and trying to make them look real, which is really kind of fucking weird looking, but
weird,
interesting because they all thematically have textured skin, which is weird. I'm interested. I'm not fucking super stoked on it, but I'm not really big on jump animes that much. I know almost every single one of them. I'm just not huge on them. But or these kind of fighting games, they're kind of like flying around, jumping around and shit like that.
3D brawlers or whatever.
Yeah, well, but I like Soul Calibur, but you're on the ground swinging sticks at each other and shit.
Not a brawler. It's a 3D fighting game.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll be interested in it. I feel like you're probably going to pick this up. Not trying to speak for you, so I'll see it then.
I am going to buy this, and I'm probably going to hate playing it.
That's a great endorsement.
Oh, well, don't like 3v3 games. I don't like the style of fighting game it is, but I absolutely love most of the fucking IPs.
The IPs alone is like a selling point, which is kind of fucked because then someone like you who's saying they're not going to like the game is buying it.
I want to try it still,
Yeah.
obviously. But it's a celebration of jump characters, and I think it's great. I'm not even a fan of all the IPs, but I do. I am just super impressed constantly because they're like, this person's in the game too. I'm like, how? How are you still making stuff for this? It's coming out.
I'm glad that there's not like just like they could have just put like 12 people in there from like really popular animes and people be like, yay! But like they just keep rolling them out.
And there'll be DLCs with more
Every other
characters.
week, it's like these guys are in it too. And I'm like, okay. The next week they're like, and these guys.
Well, it's funny too because the My Hero Academia fighting game came out, and you were asking if they'd be in Jump Force, and I was like,
Yeah, you said they probably wouldn't be because
why they would detract from their other game. And of course, they waited for the game to come out,
yeah,
be out a
which is
little
smart,
bit, and then they're like, oh, guess what? My Hero Academia is in this, and I was like, oh, I was wrong. So,
It's popular, man. It'd be really
it's
like
huge.
in my head. I was like, they have to put it in there.
top
But
three.
it also made
so.
sense because you said they made their own game. So I'm like, you don't want to like take away from that game by releasing. It's like when people were talking about where's The Last of Us 2. They're like, no, fucking the new Uncharted game came out. We're letting them have the fucking spotlight because as a company and just being respectful, you want to let other shit thrive. So that made sense, and it does make sense they didn't say anything before. But at the same time, too, in my brain, I'm like, they have to put it in there. It's so popular right now.
Yeah.
Chris, are you also going to pick up this game you're not going to enjoy?
I don't know if I'll pick it up, but I do like a lot of the Shonen Jump
Create a character.
series. I know that's
He's gonna
always
buy for that.
like a double-edged sword for me because sometimes it's good and a lot of times it's bad.
Sometimes it's dreams. It doesn't have enough creative stuff in it.
There was a
True.
fun interaction between Bandai Namco and Wendy's on this game.
God, I'm already turned off.
But one of the responses that Bandai Namco gave to Wendy's and the whole thing was they made Wendy in the game.
Whew.
So
I was going to say, is there cross promotions? Is there going to be a cheeseburger in the game?
no, but they
Fight us.
made an anime style looking, Wendy in the game. So I was like, that's kind
I've
of
seen
cool.
Wendy's in Soul Calibur.
Huh?
I've seen a Wendy in Soul Calibur.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. She makes her way into every game. It's very weird. Not a whole lot of Ronald McDonald's. You'd expect more, but Wendy makes it in all of them. There's like a weird internet thing with her, though.
Yeah. There's,
Yeah, you're going to be walking with Gladio, though, and walk by a Wendy's and be like, oh, man, I'm hungry. We should go to Wendy's. Oh, man, you need to stop eating so much Wendy's. What? They're delicious. And when you're in a bind, you need something quick to eat. You can just
never frozen patties.
never frozen patties. 100% beef.
Welcome for the free advertising.
Yeah. Pay me, Wendy's. Gladio. Pay me. So, yeah. You guys are... we're all very excited for it. Kingdom Hearts 3. Already talked about this earlier. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, I'm buying it.
So...
Fuck this game.
Liar.
Damn, he's going at it now.
Yeah, except he's lying.
So he's being insulting, offensive, and he's a fucking liar. Just quite the accusation.
It's not an
I'm gonna
accusation.
post a picture
These
of
are-
Chris as liar,
These are truths.
insulting liar. Put your fucking hands on your kids' ears, kids. Chris is here. He's gonna fucking tell some lies.
He's gonna vomit out some shit.
Damn. Chris, you gonna back them claims up, or you interested?
Yeah.
Next.
I'm very excited for this. So.
Yeah. Next game, Left Alive, which is part of the Front Mission series. For that alone, I'm picking it up probably, unless it comes out. I feel like this game's gonna come out. It's gonna get a fucking 4.
Yeah,
Every
which
time I look at it, it
sucks.
looks like it's gonna be like a 4 in reviews.
And one of the guys from From Software also is involved too.
They made Chrome Hounds, which was like okay, but I guess this guy also worked on Armored Core, which where the fuck's that at? But yeah, this is interesting to me just because like I love fucking Front Mission. I love that series. I would love a fucking new tactical Front Mission. It'd be so amazing. First day buy, I'd be fucking so stoked for that. That I'm getting anything at all though, part of that world. I think it's very interesting they're going this route. But the character designer from Metal Gear Solid is also working on this, so I kind of have to buy this game.
I think there's this realization that they're probably not going to hit like the numbers they want to hit if they release a tactical RPG.
Yeah, but this game needs to be fucking good if they're trying to get any sales.
I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying
who the hell knows about
no
this
one
game?
No one makes that kind of stuff except for PC companies and then handheld versions of tactical games. Obviously, we're getting Fire Emblem. We brought that up earlier. Yeah. But that's Nintendo selling a Nintendo property on a Nintendo console. I mean, it's going to sell. So
yeah. But yeah, I have to buy this. I'll put it that way.
I want to buy it, but I can't buy it blindly. So
I'm bird boxing this. I hate that movie. For the record, fuck that movie. Chris?
No, I don't know.
What happened?
I don't know.
We can't see you, so we just hear these fucking sounds.
No. I didn't know if you were like climbing on your desk or something, trying to get some M&Ms you dropped or what.
Get ready to fucking just end it.
He was already getting up to walk away. He's done with this episode.
I'll have to wait to see more footage about it. At this point, it's just not something for me.
It's a big old fuck no. Next game, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the Black Order, a Switch exclusive, which is crazy.
Surprise. And
Team Ninja's working on it.
That's at the Game Awards, wasn't it?
Yep.
Man, there's all sorts of craziness happening then.
I want to see it, but I'm excited for it. I don't know if I'm going to buy it, but if it looks good and it gets good reviews and it's what we want from another Ultimate Alliance, which I'm really glad to see is coming out, I think it's awesome. And if they do really well, that's an awesome fucking get for Switch.
Yeah,
because that's a game that people wanted a sequel for. Now you got a game that's only on Switch. So
do I get to pick a character, beat people up in a ARPG setting and get loot? I would totally buy it.
While going onto YouTube and finding one of those X-Men theme song for 10 hours. I
am on the fence, obviously, because I need to see like gameplay, but I'm definitely on the side of I want to buy this. So
yeah, it's got to be like shit for me to not want be interested in it. Like it's got to come out and they're like, oh, this could have been better. I'd be like, whoo.
But yeah, being able to loot on the go and level on the go.
That's the fucking hook, man. If there's a game with loot that I can take around, hell yes. Chris?
I'm stoked. I love these games. I'm so excited.
This is good. This is good. This is the reason they're making the game. People want it.
As long as I can play as Jean Grey, I'll be happy.
You might be able to. She doesn't really get a whole lot of play in games though.
Not anymore.
She did a couple of the X-Men versions of this, like just the X-Men games.
I'll say Xbox, original Xbox was really good about like showcasing like the X-Men in any like games.
For Xbox?
Yeah, there was a fighting game, and in fact, Rob and Danny used to play it all the time. I can't remember the name of it right now, but
X-Men fighting game for Xbox.
Yeah. You go on, I'll look it up.
I'm gonna go on. MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries coming out for Windows. This doesn't feel real to me because I'm a really big MechWarrior fan. I loved.
It's a very old game series.
I could still play MechWarrior 4 though, and it looks like shit. But they're so fucking fun, and they're essentially the first World of Tanks, like except for cool mechs and not just boring tanks. So if you play World of Tanks, I know a lot of people fucking play that game. But yeah, I'm excited for this. I watched a video on it, and the graphics aren't amazing, which is kind of like whatever. But it looks like MechWarrior. It looks like the older MechWarriors. It looks like it plays the same, which is good to see. It's got fully destructible buildings and stuff like that, which is really cool to see as well. Hopefully, it has a big roster of mechs, like the Mad Cat, of course, fucking Daichi, Oler. All that shit. Really excited for this. It's also going to have 4-player co-op, which is very cool as well. So I can't wait for this, but I do have a feeling it's not going to be good, which it sucks to say, but you know, it's very possible that they just won't nail it, just because this is kind of a game that is going to be hard to sell in 2019. But I hope they nail it. I hope it's awesome, but I will most likely pick it up.
I think you pretty much said what I was thinking on that game. Yeah. I obviously have an affinity for it, but it's been so long, and they're really not talking about it very much either. So I don't know.
I wasn't even really aware of it until recently on YouTube. It just like had a thing going like things you might want to watch, and it was like MechWarrior 5. I was like,
yeah,
oh shit, and I clicked it, and I was like, looks like a slightly better looking MechWarrior 4, so that's cool. So
yeah, hopefully it's good.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I mean, really.
Yeah, I hope
I would love it to be good, because I'd love to play this series again. So
yeah, no, I miss MechWarrior so much. Also, shout out, fuck Atlas, football player looking piece of shit. Chris,
I hope for you guys that it is everything you want it to be.
It's not gonna be that, but it's gonna be hopefully good.
Everything you want it.
Because there's a lot I want it to be.
I have no interest in this game. I didn't even play any of the other ones.
Oof, so good. They're so fun to play with friends too.
That game.
X-Men Next Dimension. I never played that shit.
So wasn't it a 3D fighting game?
Yeah, it was side by side still, but,
Yeah.
but you had 3D movement and stuff.
Looks bunk. Looks like something Rob would play.
I just said he played.
Looks like something Danny Westfall would have played with Rob too.
My
I would
goodness.
never play that game. And I liked that the fucking Xbox. I was a fan of the Xbox. I would never touch that shit.
Next,
men. Metro Exodus, a game that I am fucking stoked for. It's probably one of my most hyped games of this year.
that's next month.
Yeah, it's finally coming out. I'm a huge fan of the Metro series. Love both of them. In fact, I think if you've never played them, you should play them. These games are so good. The story's good, the world is good, and the gameplay is awesome. This looks fucking awesome. I can't wait for it. So I'm buying this as soon as I can. As soon as I get my fucking grubby fucking hands on it. It's mine.
I'm excited to watch you play it.
It's gonna be so good.
But yeah, I'm not playing.
Chris?
I have the same sentiments as Chevy.
I can't wait for you to play it.
I guess
Seth.
you better stream that game.
Yeah, I probably will. I probably
Because
will.
it's too spoopy for me.
And they can be a little spoopy sometimes. There's a lot of fucking go down the dark place.
Yeah, I played one of them. It was in the subway tunnels, and I just heard weird noises in the tunnels in the dark. I was like, nope, done. I just turned the game off.
Yeah, and there's all sorts of weird monsters that like don't like light. So you got to sit there with like a little fucking lighter, trying to scare them away with your flashlight and shit while they're like creeping up on the ceilings and stuff at you. And then there's like ghosts and shit. So yeah, there's the game definitely when it wants to be creepy, it tries to be. So, but they're so good and they're so detailed, man. I love it.
Visual treats.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. Can't wait. Next game, but nobody's gonna play this shit
Ever.
We're just talking about bad fighting games that Rob played, and loved because he likes bad fighting games. But Mortal Kombat 11, it's coming out. Nobody's stoked for this, right? Nobody likes mumble rap, right?
Well, I was say that fucking announcement trailer was garbage.
Yeah, it was. Can't tell I'm being a smartass. I'm actually really excited for this.
Yeah.
Mortal
be good.
Mortal Kombat's been killing it. I mean, it's not even worth me saying that. It's just a fucking fact. It's like me saying like we breathe fucking, we need air and we need to drink water. I mean, Mortal Kombat has been just killing fucking fighting game fucking genre.
If that music's in there, though, I'm fucking shutting it off.
That'd be really insane if someone was that stupid. They're making these excellent games, and some guys are like, I think we should put some shit music in it. Yeah. And they're like, you're right. That's a great idea.
Yeah,
let's put some horrible fucking music in this game. It's a good idea.
Yeah, don't do that. But otherwise, yeah, I'm super excited for this.
I feel like Ed Boon has like a nephew who's 8, who's like, gee whiz, I always wanted to make a trailer for a video game. He's like, yeah, I'm a nice guy. You can make the trailer for this video game.
I'm Ed Boon. No one's gonna fucking.
They're gonna buy it anyway.
No one's gonna go like, "Fuck you, Ed Boon. That trailer was garbage." They're gonna be behind the scenes. We go, "I didn't like it," but to me, they're like, "Oh, great job."
What's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that happen, little Billy Boone?
Billy Boone.
And then they put it out, and people are like, "We fucking hate this trailer, but the game looks dope." He's like, "Yeah, I know. We'll see it when it releases." And then everybody's fucking, you did great, Billy. You made that trailer. He's like, yeah, I found out I don't give a shit about trailers. I'm not good at it. I'm going to go do something better with my life. It was a family learned lesson for all. Mortal Kombat 11 looks dope, though. I really want to play it. It's going to be awesome. I already know it. It can't be bad. Although Mortal Kombat did get bad for a little bit, so it's possible.
I can guess Chris's, but I'll let him speak.
I'll speak for him. Hello, I'm Chris. I love Mortal Kombat.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I came here to Earth just to play Mortal Kombat.
It's a possibility.
See?
Yeah.
I'm not making him look bad. I'm speaking the truth.
I've been playing these games for as long as I can remember.
Before
I
Billy
have
Boone.
the one for the Super Nintendo. So I'm stoked for this. I'm so excited for this, especially because they've talked about having character customizations, and people are predicting it's going to be more along the lines of Injustice 2, where you swap out different pieces of armor on the characters.
That'd be very cool.
I'd be stoked if they did that.
Yeah, the last one they added some really cool characters, and obviously they'll add some characters to this. But adding a character customization, or make your own character, or whatever, would be very fucking cool in a game like this. It would definitely be them taking a step out of their, safe zone of what they know they can make really well. It'd be cool to see them because they've already pushed every direction of what to expect from fighting games. They're so on top of like the genre in every regard. That the only other ones that compete with it are ones that are just solid fighting games. But as for content and what to expect from a story and the ways it's presented and graphics and everything, Mortal Kombat's just not beat.
Yeah.
Unless you just don't like the way it plays.
There is one thing I've been hearing about, though, that kind of is slightly but not overly concerning, is that a lot of the voice actors, like the voice actor for currently for Scorpion and the voice actress who plays Katana and Melina,
Billy Boone,
are not doing the voices anymore. They had not been contacted to do the voices, and the game is already in production, obviously. So there's some weird, apparently, background drama going on.
That sucks for them. I feel bad for them not getting called, but that's part of being an actor.
Sure.
And that happens. It's interesting, but Metal Gear Solid 5, which that whole thing was a fucking train wreck anyway. In a lot of regards, the game is still fun. So that does kind of suck, but I don't think that will affect the overall thing. I'm not going to go into that game and go, man, they sound different, because I don't even remember what the fuck they sound like, to be honest.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Especially with there being like 1,200 of versions of those characters.
Yeah. So, and I'm sure they've had different voice actors throughout the years too. So that just, more so sucks for them not getting the job, but it happens.
Yeah.
It was just something I heard about, and I was kind of like, oh.
Yeah, if they didn't hear from them now, they're not hearing from them because it's coming out in April. So they're not doing a last minute
pretty much
fucking
done.
Hey, can you do some voice work real quick? Yeah, I'll come right in because we got to release this fucking tomorrow. Billy couldn't make it. He's too busy deciding he has no interest in anything that we do anymore. That trailer did not get well received, so he went into mumble rap. Dyed his hair pink and blue and fucking put some face tattoos on.
Tattooed his teeth.
Yep. All right, next one.
Sure.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps, a game that no one's been telling me to play the series of.
Ever.
Keith,
No one's ever said that.
Keith's never told me to play the first one, and that's why I haven't played it. And if he told me, maybe I would play it, but he hasn't invited me to play it. Huh?
He hates these games.
Yeah, Keith hates these games, and in fact, he hates them so much he just pretends they don't exist.
True story.
So I'm like, man, is this game good? He's like, I don't know. Let's talk about something else. I'm like, all right. I got to play the first one to have an opinion on this one, but I know people really love the first game, including Keith. Of course, he's been telling me to play it for like a year, which is crazy to think. So I'm excited for it. Hope it's good. I need to go and play the first one so I can be excited for this one. Or go, yeah, it's not for me. But I don't think it's going to happen because I play most everything, so... Except for Life is Strange. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. You like Ori?
I don't know.
And the Will of the Wisps. Chris, you like Ori?
I don't know.
There's a lot of mystery with this game.
It always looks visually appealing, but
yeah, it looks awesome.
I've never played it, so I don't really have an affinity for it.
Yeah.
Fair. All right. Let's move on. The Outer Worlds is a
Obsidian's game.
person RPG. So, oh yeah. This Is this the game I fucking was talking about earlier?
Maybe.
This is the game I was talking about
I'm
earlier.
fucking lost
The one that I
now.
was talking. Yeah, this is the one that they showed off recently.
Yeah.
This one looks cool.
Yes.
What the fuck was the other game I was talking about this game with?
The other one was like more Bioshocky, I thought.
I was talking about this game though.
Oh,
This is the
dude,
game.
then,
Fucking, yeah.
then
I'm mixed up. This is
fucking
the game I was
mixed
talking
up.
about earlier. This one looks interesting. I'm stoked to see Obsidian make another game because they always make games that some people just fucking love, and everyone either likes it or doesn't. But they always make interesting games that always have a strong fan base. So and that they're going into a first person perspective type game because a lot of their games are like third person or top down. I'm really excited to see what they do with it because they make pretty deep RPGs. So
Yeah, I remember this was also Game Awards, wasn't it?
yep.
God, it was better than E3 almost.
Yeah, actually, it was. There's more fucking announcements.
Yeah, it was so hard to keep up with. So obviously, I can't even remember the games at this point. It just was like, here's an announcement, here's an announcement, here's an announcement. I remember this one looking good though, and I specifically remember that because of the attachment to Obsidian, me going, oh, I know who they are, and then being able to see the game and stuff. Unfortunately, I'm not visually able to visualize it right now. So, but I do remember even the last one. I remember having a bit of a positive outlook. I thought too. So we'll see. I like RPGs, so it's probably safe to say that I will at the very least be interested in this. So
If they increase the amount of announcements in the next Game Awards, they're gonna have to do multiple at the same time. It's gonna go world premieres, and like 4 trailers are gonna pop up sharing the screen.
they're just gonna put it split screen.
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
awards will
saying.
go over here. The announcements will be going here. They'll just be going at the same time.
Yeah, and it's gonna be like fucking watching each box. Like I think I like that
What
one.
am I doing right now?
The one on the top right looks really interesting, but I can't hear it over the bottom left one. That one's louder. The mumble rap's way too loud. I can't hear the top right one. That looks interesting, but Jeff Keighley's talking, but he's being drowned out by everyone.
Yeah.
There's too much announcements happening right now. Chris,
Yes. I don't know much about this game, so it's an RPG. Exciting.
it's fair.
I don't have a strong opinion about it, unfortunately. I need to see more.
Yeah. Next one is the Pathless for PS4. It is. I remember seeing a little bit on this. It says something about Abzu. Oh yeah, so maybe the same guys who made Abzu, which was interesting enough. And it's gonna be the art director worked on Journey. Definitely fucking shows. This will be fun when it comes out on PlayStation Plus.
Not interested.
You're gonna play it when it comes out on PlayStation Plus, though.
Well, because I have to.
Yeah. Chris will play it when it comes out on PlayStation Plus.
Uh-huh.
Okay, anything else to say on that, Chris?
Nope.
All right. See you when it comes out on PlayStation Plus, Pathless. PlanetSide.
What?
PlanetSide Arena. The fuck is this? The next PlanetSide game is a science fiction online arena shooter. Weird. With heavy battle royale influences.
Ooh.
So it's no surprise to find 250 on 250 team deathmatch.
That's
Planet-
ridiculous.
I'm interested. It's I liked PlanetSide 2 a lot. Kind of died quickly though.
And class-based.
This is coming out fucking January 29th. I guess I'll be playing this. 250 people versus 250 people? That's fucking stupid.
With classes.
That's weird, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, and yeah, Battle Royale mode.
Yeah. We'll see if it's good.
What the
But
fuck?
I'm having a hard time working out that game in my head right now though. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because they've just been kind of riding PlanetSide 2.
Well, and they definitely need to do something else, and this is probably just off the same engine, and they're obviously going towards what's popular right now, but that they already made an engine that could have, 1,000 people on the battlefield at once or whatever the fuck it had. Makes sense that they're going to do large-scale team deathmatch. I've never played a game that has 250 people versus 250 people as a deathmatch mode. It's really interesting. And the Battle Royale thing makes complete sense. I'll try it out for sure. I like PlanetSide. Depends on how they do it. I'm sure it'll be free to play, and if it's a shitty model, I won't play it. If it's a good model, I'll keep playing it. But PlanetSide 2 is cool, so I still have fond memories of the first time I played it.
Looking forward to hearing your review.
I think it's interesting they're going with arena shooter though.
Yes,
Because the only other arena shooter that's out now that I really like is
Quake Champions.
Quake Champions, which is really dope, but it's so niche. You have to be into Quake or be
people
open
like that game.
yeah, no, I run into people every once in a while who play it, and I'm just like weird, but which I'm glad because I love that old school arena shooter, type game. So that's really interesting. PlanetSide's going that way because PlanetSide's been a large scale Battlefield type game,
esque game.
So this feels like a step backwards, but it's interesting because they're keeping it big. So I'll play it.
Next.
Psychonauts 2,
Oh yeah.
which is a series I got into late, but I did like it.
That's the company I was trying to think of earlier.
Double Fine?
Yep.
For what?
The fucking that one. Yick.
That one.
Said that visually looks like a Double Fine game.
Dat
almost.
Yick. Yeah, kind of. Psychonauts 2, I'm stoked for. I'll definitely play it when it comes out.
I have to play the first one still,
I know-
but I'm excited because I actually know the people who played Psychonauts are very vocal about how much they like it.
Yeah, I've never heard
So-
anyone who actually played it say anything negative about it. I've only heard people who haven't played it or they like it.
So yeah, this is kind of in the similar vein as Beyond Good and Evil, where people are getting the thing they've been wanting. So and that's awesome.
Yeah, 100%. Chris?
I haven't played the first one, but everybody I've heard who has played it, like you said, they enjoy it. So I'm glad that they're getting something that they're looking forward to.
Word. Next one, Rage 2, coming out
shortly after my birthday
on everything except for Switch. Whoa, it's not coming. Oh, it is. Okay. I didn't see Xbox One for some reason. Super fucking excited for this. I can't wait to play it. I like the original Rage. This isn't even that. This is their own new thing in the same universe. But it looks fucking dope. Again, it's id making another one, working with the guys who made fucking Just Cause and Mad Max. This game's gonna be fucking sick. I can't wait for it. This is another high hype. But like when I was talking earlier about like this year's kind of like a lot of games I want to play, but nothing I'm really stoked about. This is a game I'm fucking stoked for. This is Metro. I'm just ready for.
Yeah, see, this is one I probably actually do want to pick up.
Yeah.
So this one looks awesome.
If this had co-op, it'd be fucking so sick. But they haven't even talked about it. Chris.
I never played the first one, so
You don't need to.
Yeah, they're not
they're
going to be
different games,
very
man.
connected at all.
You don't even need to play the first one.
I don't really recall much about first scene for this game. I'm drawing blanks at the moment.
It's very Borderlands-esque looking.
Yeah, it's a first-person shooter. You throw like a 3-bladed boomerang. There's like weird fucking super jumps and shit. A lot of rocket jumps.
Crazy people everywhere.
Very
punky
colorful
looking.
Very colorful. A lot of pinks and neon blue smoke everywhere, and kind of looks like Borderlands, but really fucking. I was gonna say really zany. So is Borderlands.
Yeah, with the Mohawk gang. People.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was intrigued by this just because of all the bright colors.
It's very bright. It looks really good graphically.
The action
and
looks amazing.
It looks sick, dude. I can't wait.
I am kind of excited for this. I've never played any of them, but I am excited for it.
Yeah, May 14th isn't that far away, so I can't wait to fucking get my hands on that. Next one, Resident Evil 2. Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. Next, fuck this game. We didn't talk about this earlier. I'm stoked. I'll be picking it up as soon as it comes out. Chevy's gonna play it too.
No, I won't. But it is very awesome they're doing it.
Chevy likes dark games where things are trying to pop out and surprise him. He likes the adrenaline.
I just want to chill, all right?
That's what I've been doing in a lot of these JRPGs I'm playing. Sable, which is do you have anything else you want to say on that, Chris? Resident Evil 2?
I just hope that I can still play as Chris and Claire.
I think
if you could.
I'm pretty sure you can. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
They'll probably go all out with that game. They took their time with it, which is good. It doesn't seem like it was rushed. Sable, which is coming PC with console versions likely. Ambient indie adventure Sable has the look of a gorgeous graphic novel with sharp outlines and tight color palette. Players take on the role of a young wanderer on a coming-of-age journey in a strange open-world planet. Music for Shadowworks developed game by Michelle Zahner, aka Japanese Breakfast. I don't know what the fuck I just said.
That visual style is very cool.
It's neat looking.
Very cool. If the game looks like that when you're playing it, which I'm assuming it does, that is awesome.
It looks almost like Triplets of Belleville.
Yeah, kind of.
The color palette and the lines and shit are like really thin. Mm-hmm. It's a French cartoon. If you guys don't know, you should definitely watch it. It's very, very charming. Chris, I don't know if I said anything about it. It looks. I like the way it looks.
This is the first I've heard of this game, so I mean, it's got an interesting art style, but I don't think I would get too into it.
Yeah, fair. Next one is Sayonara Wild Hearts.
What the fuck is that?
We
What is
watched
happening?
we watched something on this
Yeah.
at one point. I don't remember what we watched, but I remember the name. This was the awards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Why is this happening?
Same reason Devil May Cry exists.
Okay. No, I hope we'll see. It is a Switch only game, so
If you're listening to this, well, I guess I probably won't even have the picture up, but there's a person on a center motorcycle. I don't know if they're in motion or not. Otherwise, they're just balancing on them. Who's holding some kind of saber or long sword, and then there's two people on motorcycles on the front and back of the center person's motorcycle, both holding cloud-like bastard swords, broadswords, big ass swords.
yeah, huge hunks of metal.
Who are just standing on their motorcycles too. I'm assuming they're in motion, but doesn't look like they are. It's very ridiculous looking, but it's kind of neat too.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it.
I don't either.
The name's complicated. The picture is nonsensical.
Complicated.
Yeah, we'll see when it comes out. Chris, you agree?
Yeah.
You made more sense than that picture did.
Exactly.
Next one is Sea of Solitude, which is that indie game that they showed off. I think it's made by the same people who made A Way Out and Unravel. Is that what that says? Publishing?
No, it's by the.
Oh, it's made by the EA Originals thing.
program.
Yeah. But this they showed off, I think, at E3. This one looks really neat. I definitely will probably pick it up.
Yeah, it's the one where it's kind of like showing off like was it human emotions through like it being day and night and
Something like
stuff
that, yeah.
living under the water and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's some
while you're on
weird,
a boat.
scary version of her coming out of the water and shit. At one
Yeah,
point.
that looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm interested to see the story of it for sure.
Yeah. Agreed. A game nobody wants to play. Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice.
March?
Huh?
Dude, I'm tired of the beginning of the year being another money pit.
Yeah, baby.
Coming out in March. One of the samurai games coming out in recent times. Made by From Software. Looks fucking awesome. I think this is gonna be a must buy for most people. I can't wait. This is a high hyped game for me.
I want to play it.
It's fucking not scary.
I want to play
It's a
it.
fucking samurai.
I have a feeling it's gonna be, and this is gonna get me in trouble, but it's gonna be like Red Dead,
With who?
where like people who love this stuff. I bought Red Dead, and I have just zero interest to turn that game on. So
I have zero interest to try and compel you to play it, even though you should.
yeah, I should.
But I
spent
don't.
$60 on
Yeah,
it, but
I just don't know. You should play for the technical prowess of it and experience it. It's something to behold, 100%. We're talking about that though.
Yeah.
So
same idea though is
yeah.
is like I have purchased almost every Souls game. And the only one I've even played a little bit of was
Souls.
Demon Souls.
Yeah, you played that quite a bit.
I cannot play these games, and it sucks because I think they're amazing. I love looking at them. The map designs are incredible. The music always goes really well with them, and the systems are deep and complicated, and I love that. And I can't fucking play them for some reason. So
Yeah. This one's gonna be different, Chevy.
yeah, that's what they said.
Chris.
Bloodborne.
That's what I'm saying. Chris, you ain't playing Bloodborne. That game's creepy as shit.
I know. I don't play it. I wanted to play co-op with you.
And you didn't. Chris.
I'm excited for this. Definitely very excited for it.
Fuck yeah. All right. That's simple enough. Shenmue 3. I am very excited for this. I hope it's good. It's been so long that I have no idea if it will be good. But
it can be good.
But yeah, but I really hope it is. There is a quality to Shenmue that is translated to so many games that I like nowadays that this story never finished. So this is really exciting that we're getting something from like the 2000s, early 2000s, continued finally. And it's cool that the Kickstarter is the reason it even happened. People wanted it. So I hope they don't let those people down. They let me down. I'll just be like, well, it's a good try. I'm glad they tried. But I hope, they don't upset people with this. I hope it's awesome. I can't wait to try it. I love Shenmue.
I'm looking for the man who killed my father.
Fort Voodoo.
No, I'm super excited. that this is even happening. It would be extremely unfortunate if it was not good.
It's coming in August too. It's gonna be real hot.
Yeah,
If that game's bad, you're gonna get extra angry.
it'll be spicy and bad.
I don't got AC and this game's bad.
Chris,
And everybody else can be like, calm down there, dude. Billy.
I never played the first two, so I don't have any basis of comparison or anything to build my excitement off of. Unfortunately, I'm excited that people are getting what they've asked for.
have you heard of the 4 Voodoo?
The what?
That game took so long and was the most expensive game ever made when Shenmue first came out. And when I was playing the HD remake, you can tell. They put so much fucking work in the game, it's stupid. You can open every fucking door and drawer in a house. And there's shit in there that you can interact with.
That's
I pulled an
ridiculous.
old console out of one cabinet and you just talked about it real quick and put it back in there.
Oh,
I was
wow.
like, it's crazy.
You don't get that detail now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like you can tell, like it was just a fucking like back when they were saying like it's really expensive, took years to make. Like yeah, it definitely did because people don't even do that shit nowadays.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's like one of those live in fucking day by day fucking games. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Next one, Skull and Bones. Really interesting one for me and Chevy, obviously, because we both looked at it and went, eh. And then we saw some more on it and we're like, that looks kind of good.
Yeah, but that was so weird.
Yeah, so
They showed one game off and it looked, I don't know if I'd even say meh. It looked like garbage to
It
me.
looked like a $20 game you get off of like digital, like they don't have physical copies and stuff. And I was like, eh, some people are going to like that. That's fine.
Then the next year they showed a video game.
Yeah, and then they showed like a full-on fucking game, and I was like, that looks really cool, actually. So I'm excited for it. They fucking in typical Ubisoft fashion, fucking release something or show something, and they're like, we're not done with it yet.
Yeah.
Let's make it better. So yeah, I'm stoked for it.
I am. I don't know if I want to go as far as say I'm stoked for it, but I definitely I'm going to be watching it, especially as it's coming out. Yeah.
Not to talk for you.
I'll just wait to hear from you guys.
Yeah. You'll probably hear from, well, if we ever hear from him again, Olmixai.
Who?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
The mystery one.
He used to be a big Ubisoft fan.
Yeah, until he disappeared. Until he left this dimension and went to the potato realm.
Come on now. Come on.
Next one, Spelunky 2.
Weird.
The first one's fine. I'm not a huge fan of Spelunky, but I think it's cool. I never played with people though, so maybe I'm missing out on that that part of it. But it's cool to see there's a sequel coming. I know a lot of people played it. It's given out for free a lot of times. It made its money. So the guy's got a clown nose. I don't respect him, but I like the game.
I like that pug.
That pug
He's
is fucking dope. Yeah, he's got eyes like me.
He's derping hard.
Yeah.
Spelunky is a fun game, but it doesn't have the hook.
Yeah,
So like
that's where
yeah,
I'm
I
at, too.
could play for like 5-10 minutes and have just a blast for 5-10 minutes, and then I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
That's where I'm at. So if it comes out, people are like, this game's fucking amazing. I'll wait till it comes out on PlayStation Plus.
Exactly. Or wait for it to be on Plus.
Yeah. Respawn Star Wars games coming out, which we still don't know anything about, aside from Vince Zampella was probably high when he was sitting in the crowd. He definitely couldn't stand on stage because he was just sitting there and they're talking with him. He's like, "That's okay. It was gonna be fun." I love Respawn. I love Titanfall. They're making a Star Wars game. Fallen Order. That's the name of it. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I'm stoked on that it's a Star Wars game being made by Respawn. I don't know anything about it. I'm worried about Star Wars as a brand now because Disney's completely fucked it. So is EA. And so is EA. So there's a bad taste in my mouth over it. But Titanfall, specifically Titanfall 2, is fucking dope.
that was really good.
I can't wait for Respawn to make anything else after this. These are the guys who originally made Call of Duty, and whether you feel about however you feel about it, it exists because they made it. So
Yeah,
they
you
know how
can't
to
deny it.
these guys know how to fucking make a game and revolutionize stuff that's already existing. So I just want to see if it's not first person. If it's not, I mean, I want to see what these guys can fucking do. All we know is they can make a good first-person shooter, which makes sense. That's where they come from. What else can they make? Fucking, I think they're gonna nail it. And it's Jedi Fallen Order. We're gonna get lightsabers and shit. So I'm stoked for it.
There's not lightsabers in Star Wars anymore.
Not in the fucking that one guy Ryan Johnson's bullshit.
I can't have an opinion about a game with no information. So we'll see.
I am excited to hear where the story goes because it takes place right after Revenge of the Sith, and the fall of obviously the Jedi, the Fallen Order. So I'm intrigued to see where they go with it.
So it's gonna be a happy story.
Oh yeah, so super happy.
It's gonna be very, very positive. You're gonna go, wow, I feel good inside. I don't feel this very often because life is bleak. Thank you, Respawn, for giving me some light in the darkness.
Shitty cameos.
Yeah, well, Disney may do that because they're all about the. Hey, you remember this? Untitled Goose Game. I remember seeing something on this.
Me too.
I'm fucking pumped for this, dude. This is sick.
I gotta say, I'm actually very curious to play this.
It's just a duck fucking around.
You're a goose.
Just ducking around.
You're goosing around.
And goosing around. Still a goosing around.
So yeah, I really liked Goat Simulator. So
this is higher quality than that.
I'm not saying this is the same game or company, but
this is a higher quality animal game.
If I can just be that animal and mess with people having picnics and stuff like that, that sounds fun to me.
Snatching sandwiches, dog. That's all I want to do.
Wings spread, hissing.
These are the kind of indie games I like, man, where you just get to do something that just shouldn't be a video game, and here it is.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the point of video games, is to kind of explore fucking fantasy worlds, and this is definitely a fantasy. I also like the minimal art style.
Yeah,
it's simple.
It's got a good look.
It works. Chris, do you agree with everything? Sound like you did.
I'm excited for this. Just from the description alone, that's basically a comedic cartoon game of stealth, honking, and running away.
Oh yeah,
a lot of honking. Too much honking, some might say.
Fun game.
I hope you can just go up to someone and bite their nose.
Damn, that's fucked. I already got bit as a kid by a goose. I'll wreck a goose nowadays. You get near me, I'll fucking fling you.
Walk up real calm to the children feeding you bread and bite their fingers.
Be grabbing it by its long fucking rope neck and just turn into a helicopter.
Trigger warning.
Jesus.
Next game is called Vane. I've never heard of it. Coming out for PlayStation 4. Set in a pretty desert landscape. Well, that's fucking subjective, dog, because I don't think it's pretty. Of muted colors. That doesn't sound pretty at all. Vane is an eco, however you like to say it, like exploration story of a boy in a stark world.
Of a boy.
Boy. Uncovering mysterious secrets. The main character can transform into a goose as he travels through ruins and caves with magical morphing properties. This bird, whatever. This ain't doing shit for me.
No.
No.
This is bad advertising. And this game's coming out like now.
Today, yeah. It's probably already out. When they're like, it's a pretty desert, I'm like, deserts aren't pretty.
It's a pretty
muted.
desert, muted, and stark.
Yeah, I'm like, you're doing some word salad that is a big red flag as a person who likes to use vernacular to describe things. Fucking, you're really mixing a lot of shit that doesn't work. So I don't believe you. I think this person who wrote this is a fucking liar.
I like me some salad too, but there's things that don't go in salad sometimes.
Yeah, this guy's putting a lot of weird shit in the salad.
Usually doesn't go very well in salad.
Yeah,
it's delicious.
Salad.
It's a sand salad. It's delicious. Anybody excited for this?
No.
All right. Chris, can we get next?
Yeah, next.
Okay.
Can we get next?
Next one is Void Bastards, which I already love the name.
You said that last time too.
Yeah, it's a really good name. It's a really good name, and the visual style is pretty cool looking. I don't know what the fuck it is though. I think we watched it on it though. Yeah, I don't remember it, but the name's dope. Anything where you're calling someone a bastard is pretty cool. I just choked on how cool it is.
This is an exclusive.
Yeah, it's coming out. It's a Windows exclusive, so it's coming out for Xbox and Windows. Another reason that people can either back the Xbox or just stay on PC. Cell-shaded strategy shooter, Void Bastards, is all about boarding and raiding spaceships. In this cheeky comic book caper, players choose from a variety of outlandish characters who may or may not be appropriate for the job in hand. Crew members are assigned tasks of these heists, which have a habit of going sideways, as they always do. It's being made by developer Blue Manchu, headed up by Jonathan Che, co-founder of Irrational Games. So there's some clout. Yeah. Sounds cool to me.
It sounds cool. I also think it's interesting that Humble Bundle is the publisher.
Yeah, that's weird.
So
yeah,
So
I'm interested. I'm not stoked on it. I'm interested though.
I am interested. I'm interested mostly because I would like to buy a game on my Xbox at some point.
Forza Horizon, dog. It's fucking really good.
Man, I already got one of those.
My Xbox One is my Forza Horizon box.
I don't want just racing games.
It's good.
I believe you 100%.
It's a whole box. It's got a racing game. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good racing game on that box.
Fancy.
Next.
There's that zombie game too. Chris.
No. Next.
The artwork of it looks interesting, but that's about all I know of this.
All right. Next one. Wolfenstein Youngblood. Yes. I'm very excited for this.
Next.
No. We're not doing this. Not every game's a next.
Next.
Okay, Chris ain't excited, but I'm very excited. Wolfenstein 2 was amazing. Wolfenstein 1 was really good. Youngblood, I'm hoping, can continue just that fucking excellence that was put into Wolfenstein 2. If it's anything even close to it, that'd be great. It's also going to be co-op, which is, if it's as good as Wolfenstein 2 and co-op, holy shit, I'm excited.
I'll say it puts it in the maybe for me.
Yeah.
So
I need someone to play it with.
I visually, I think the Wolfenstein games look great. So I need to play them at some point. Time is not friendly. So
And for Chris, this is all a big old Christenstein next.
I've never played the Wolfenstein games, but they've always gotten really good reviews. So I'm excited for everybody who is excited to play these games, but they're just not my type of genre.
Chris,
Um,
you need to just play Wolfenstein 2.
why?
I think you'd like it.
Yeah, well, they said the same thing about girls.
Well, I'm not gonna make that argument.
they
All
who said that?
all
to you?
said it. No, yeah. I mean, you're probably not gonna be huge on the shooting mechanics, but they're pretty basic. But the storyline, I think you would really enjoy it. It's so good. Like, it doesn't matter if you like first person shooters or not. I think most people would enjoy the story. It's just so well done. It's stupid. But yeah, fair. Next. All right, next one is Yoshi's Crafted World, and this is the last one.
Yeah.
Thank God, I got to piss so bad, it's ridiculous. I'm gonna die. I swear. Nintendo Switch coming out spring 2019. Yoshi's Crafted World, cute and colorful platform adventure. Yoshi's Crafted World stars Nintendo's Dino Hero, never heard him called that, along with a pal, whoever that is. Its main innovation is an ability to switch the world in its opposite direction, allowing players to get behind the facades they pass and to move in the relatively unfamiliar right to left direction. Other than that, you can expect standard Yoshi activities like tongue sticking, object eating, and egg throwing.
This is Yoshi Fez edition.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
This is like the Nintendo's continuation of taking their bigger characters and making fun, cutesy, crafty look at games. So like Kirby's Epic Yarn and Yoshi has a Woolly Adventure. So it just looks like it's more of that, which are all fun in their own rights, but they're not like super long.
I haven't played any of those. I've heard great things about all of them. I'm sure this game is going to be a blast and fun to play. I'm happy for that, and if our paths cross, I'll play it.
I mean, that's the same for me as well. I have not played really any of the craft games besides maybe like when they first started flirting with the idea when they did like Paper Mario and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But anyone I've talked to who has played like not the Kirby one so much, but the I think it was the Yoshi's Woolly World or whatever.
Woolly World, yep.
Yeah, I heard that was really good. So
I'm interested. I've played a couple of the craft games and I enjoy them. They aren't, like I said, they aren't super long games. I think I beat the Kirby one in a day, in a single sitting. So, but they're fun, they're enjoyable, they're cutesy.
Yeah.
all right.
Have you guys heard the video that came out recently? Or I don't know if it came out recently. I saw it recently circulating, where they took all the Yoshi sound bits and they slowed them down to the original guy doing the voice work. It's creepy.
Ooh.
This guy's like Yoshi,
Oh, and they just
and then they go Yoshi, like fucking. They just like fucking up the pitch like by like 800.
all right.
But it's just creepy. You see this like Japanese guy, and he's like, oh god, what was the other one? He's like, oh, and almost sounds like the Japanese Mario. Like, it's weird. Like, not the Japanese Mario because it's the same voice actor, but like it's almost sounds like Mario. It's weird. But then they just pitch it up, and it like ruined Yoshi for me. I'm like, you're just a fucking old Japanese guy.
It's better than Peach being an old Japanese guy just up in the bitch.
This is true. This is true.
Let's go. Oh.
Let's go.
Up that bitch, baby.
Why are we doing this?
On that note, let us know in the comments what games in 2019 are you looking forward to? What games did we miss that weren't on this list? This was Polygon's list. Don't blame me. Blame those fuckers. Fuck Polygon, by the way. I don't like them. We used you. Let me know, what you're most excited for, though. What are you hoping to play? What games are you like, I'm not really into that? Let me know that as well. It's always interesting. And, let me know everything you're thinking about when it comes to 2009. Let's go back in time. 2019 as a year in gaming. And, are there any games that have no date announced yet that you're hoping will come out this year? Death Stranding.
Shadowbringers.
And possibly Cyberpunk, which we need to talk about soon. I know a couple of you guys have been requesting we talk about that. It's coming very soon. That's gonna do it for this episode of Tastecast, episode 86. We're getting fucking close to 100, guys. We got to figure out what we're going to do with that. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook at Tasty Loot Gaming. Check out my streams and Chris's streams on Twitch. My name is Tasty Senpai, all one word. Chris is Tasty_fruit. Hit the notification button to know when we go live. And if you want to watch my streams on here, you can do that because I dual stream every time I stream. So if you want to watch my streams, they'll be here as well. We have iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you want to listen to us. And check out our Discord, link down below. Talk to us anytime, all the time. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Until next episode, which will be Tasty Tuesday coming very soon. Until then, have a great weekend. Have a great week, guys, and take it easy.